Hello, my name is Jacom Clarkson, and I'll be your DM for The Dice Are Bad Storytellers, a D&D show where we follow the dice's rules no matter what they say, even if the big bad crit fails and splits his head open on a spoon. So, I am joined today by the lovely Jason Hansen.
Yeah, I really want to see that.
You really want to see what I described? Daniel Maglubadigig. Monzingo, that's what it
Man,
is.
you were kind of close.
Kind of close. Almost the goblin god, Maglubaglick or whatever. And then Philip Mathis. I knew that. And then Trace Winiger, of course. The Weiniger. The wonderful, the illustrious.
I also go by Phil.
Oh, Phil? Okay. I'll call you Phil more often. Okay, so welcome to Vahadrin. This is a coastal nation. You're in the city of Gongxi, more commonly known as Celebration City, near the end of spring, near the spring equinox, when they near the beginning of spring, when they say goodbye to winter with a festival. And the entire city's decked out in lights and wonder, and people are from all over the country, all over the countryside to see the sights and the wonders that they brought to this city to show the populace. Gongxi City, for being a celebration of city, is actually pretty bad. It's dilapidated, has a very poor populace, huge orphan population. Orphanage is out the wazoo. And actually has very little noble presence. Only a couple noble houses even bother to show up there. The Royal Peninsula to the northeast is where all the noble houses are at, and up to the north far west was where our friend Goresh was in combat earlier this season. Now, we're going to see who we zoom into to start off this adventure. So, we're starting right off with our wonderful Eric.
Okay.
So the camera comes down from Celebration City and zooms north across rolling fields and small sparse forests, and we see a treehouse with a small cottage underneath it.
And the treehouse essentially looks like an oversized birdhouse.
Oversized birdhouse?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I only had the birdhouse part installed. It was just a nest, but I only had like the wood frame installed because of winter.
That's really smart. We hear a half-elf's voice come out over the nature. Hello, Eric! Eric, I'm home! Hello! Are you here? Hello? She's like knocking on things and ringing bells. I have something to ask of you!
And then I caw.
Oh, you're here! You're here! Come on down!
Alright, I come out completely naked and just like flap down.
Would that be weird?
No, would not be weird.
Oh, great! You're not wearing clothes like normal.
Yeah. And Falia only makes me wear clothes when I'm doing alchemy.
Oh,
For protection.
For protection, of course. Yeah. That's. You know the rules. I know the rules, and I have something exciting for both of us.
What's going on?
So, in the city, just south of here, you know the one. They are having a festival, and they're debuting a new kind of gunpowder. I'm as excited as you are. This stuff works in more guns, it has more firepower, it doesn't break steel as often. It's incredible. You have to get me some.
Yeah, alright. That sounds like it could be useful.
Are you not as excited as I am?
Of course I am.
I believe you, but I don't feel it.
It's hard to read because you can't see my eyebrows through my feathers.
Oh, it's a race thing.
Yeah, it's a race thing.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't. Anyway, I want to give you this, and I want you to find me some at any cost. Just down south, they're doing fireworks and they're doing a gun show at some of these locations. Dang, you're cool. When I tell people I have an owl in my tree, they're like, "So he just kind of comes down and hoots all the while?" No.
Yeah, that's a little racist.
Yeah, I agree. You're super cool. You pay your rent all the time, which is like 3 acorns and a piece of screw. But I mean, you're great.
Thanks, Falia.
Okay.
I like the house you live in too.
She looks back. It's like an alchemist's hovel that like has holes burst out of the side of it, and
half my fault.
Yeah, she doesn't keep up with it at all. She's like, "Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Thank you."
I've only been doing it for a year, so you know.
You're learning so fast.
Thank you, Falia.
So she hands you this like piece of paper that has the address for a town center where they're having a special type of festival.
And she tells me when that festival's actually going on.
Yeah, it has like a time on it and everything. If you were to leave like within the next hour, you'd get there before sunset and would have time to find it, navigate the city, everything.
Okay. I grab my adventuring clothes that she bought for me.
I picture like, I'll let you describe it. It's your clothes.
So it's a blue headband first, and then it's like a. Oh, I just now realized it's kind of like the Breath of the Wild tunic.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
Like, just like blue on my orange feathers, and then like sleeves going down, and just shorts because it's really hard to put pants effectively on bird legs.
Right.
And I grab some alchemist supplies, and I take flight down south.
Okay. So you're flying. Can you roll me a perception check?
Definitely. 4.
Okay. You are flying. Roll me one more.
I'm more an investigative kind of guy. 12.
Okay. So,
Was
as
that
you're
me hitting a window?
no into the city wall. No, as you're flying, you see a goblin walking a path, and it looks like there's a scuffle. Like there are two big, scary men fighting this like really weirdly dressed goblin. He's like dressed in like metal chicanery and has like a big old meat cleaver in his hand.
You might know this. Have I seen a goblin before?
Most likely, you might not recognize it. You might think it's just like a small, sickly halfling, very sickly halfling.
All right, so I zoom in and I'm like, oh, this got to be good. And I start circling. Like a vulture.
So you're circling?
Yeah.
Okay, this would be a perfect...
Like 20 feet above them.
20 feet above them. Okay, so they just think you're a hawk or a vulture.
Very big hawk.
Very big hawk. Yeah, you're 5 foot tall,
I'm
right?
4'8".
4'8".
80 pounds.
So he's just taller than, like a foot or two taller than what you are. Twice your height?
Yeah.
Goblins are tiny.
No, maybe not quite that small.
Yeah.
Let me check. I think I'm 3 foot something. Right in front of the thing. 3 foot 4.
3 foot 4.
I'm 3'4".
I got almost a foot and a half on you.
Okay, so we're gonna go back in time a little bit and go back to see Zibini. So the camera comes back, reverses, the DVD goes backward in time, and the camera reverses and changes instead to the tiny house. It goes to a tiny goblin hovel deep in the middle of the woods. And we see a lustrous chief sitting on a throne of bones with his book, and a little goblin girl comes up to him. Zibini, you can't leave. You can't.
No, right spoken. Gotta leave.
But you're the chief. Who's gonna be the chief if you're not here?
I'm the high priest. I gotta go where the god tells me to go.
But we'll miss you. There's like 4 of the goblins who were even nice to me.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too. Don't worry. I'll come back or I won't.
Well,
That's true.
you give me hope with your words. Before you leave, I'm gonna give you a family treasure that we have.
Oh.
She reaches over into like her side hovel, because you all live in like the same kind of hut, and so she has like her personal hovel area. This is my red Healy Heal juice. If you drink it, it might make you feel better if you think of me. I don't know.
Oh, I'll definitely think of you when I drink it. Don't worry. I'll save it for when I'm bleeding to death.
She gives you a giant hug. Don't bleed to death. Drink it before you bleed to death. That way you don't bleed to death.
Oh, that makes more sense. I'll do it that way.
And she starts walking you out to the door. She's got all your packaging together, and all the other goblins from around have been watching the scene, trying not to cry. The beating.
Basic healing potion.
Yeah, just super basic. Like, how much does that heal typically? It's like 1d6.
2d4 or something.
2d4. Yeah, that's fine.
Basic healing one?
Yeah, just
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. So it's especially considering the goblin place you come from, it's a pretty sweet treasure. She thinks a lot about you. Sasky really loves you. You know, they want to hope you feel that. And they're like, bye, bye, and wave goodbye as you start walking out of the Goblin Village.
The book said I had to go. It said divide into separate parts. That means I gotta leave.
Right. Right, Zibini, you're so smart. Go, just come back when you're ready. We'll miss you.
Goodbye.
She became Boston very fast. So, walk. I want you to roll an investigation check for me.
Oh my God.
Or perception, excuse me.
Investigation's better than perception. 16 on perception.
Wow. So, right as you are walking by two trees, you suddenly see the glint of an arrowhead poking out between the two trees, and a bolt shoots by you, narrowly missing you. The initiative starts. Okay. So, I'm sorry, this is taking longer than I thought. I was actually expecting this to be our second thing, but that's how the dice work, you know?
So I have a -1 to my wisdom saving throws, and I'm proficient in.
Oh, nice.
You have -1
your
for wisdom, so
so
you're
your
proficient
wisdom is
in.
-3.
It is.
Okay.
Okay, so roll.
It's actually slightly above average.
roll
It's
initiative.
12, but he just does a bunch of really dumb crap.
Am I in this as well?
You're above them. So as the arrow shoots by, you hear one of the other bandits go, "Hey! How could you have missed him? He's right there! Oh, come on, boss. He's like 2 feet tall. I was doing my best. Can't stand how you guys... We trained for this. We were shooting cans and bottles off of the trees for weeks."
No, those guys are bad.
What?
I just think to myself, those guys are bad.
Okay, I'm just going to put a Z on this for you. Okay, there's our first combat. So he's floating 5 feet above if you want to have or 20 feet above if you want to have a mini thing.
Yeah.
We'll build that up there.
Thank you.
Oh, that's perfect, yeah. He goes, "Look, I know times are tough and we're attacking a goblin, but clearly he's got at least some cooking implements. We gotta do what we can." And so, as that happens, they all roll initiative. They didn't get a sneak attack on you.
I got 19.
Wow. Not a one of them go before you by a long shot. They are grumbling and arguing over each other, and you get a full round entirely to yourself before they even get to move.
All three of them are things. That's a bad person.
Yes, that's a bad person.
I rolled
Okay.
as well. I got 17.
Okay, so you'll go right after him. You guys blew him out of the
For the
water.
first round, I'm just watching.
Okay.
So
You want to ready any actions?
No.
Or- okay.
Okay. Oh, so it's just my
It's your
go?
turn? Yeah.
Well, here we go.
I'm sorry, I kind of threw you into a pilot seat, but
We're fine. Catastrophe.
You dare attack the High Priest of Swite! Swite shall smite you!
And then I will move 1, 2, 3.
awesome.
Then I will cast.
Dude, this guy's a priest. He's a what? But I don't like attacking clergy, man. That's bad karma. He's like 3 feet tall. He's not serious. Calm down.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I'm now doing
Concentration spell,
Yes.
that's a class feature.
and it's a bonus action to cast, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me make sure that I've marked it. Cast a spell. Then I will attack at him. Does a 9 hit?
Unfortunately, it does not.
That's more like my notes.
The guy you just hit is like, "Oh, dude, I think he just tried to stab me with his thing." It just, yeah, that's how battle works, moron. Now your turn. You're not doing anything.
Nope.
Okay, so the guy right in front of you is just gonna go, "Well, I don't like that," and try and hit you with his scimitar. What's your AC?
currently 14.
Completely whiffs it. He's frightened by your small size. The next guy is going to run up by this tree, underneath the tree with you. He's going to try and hit you, and he rolls a 15 to hit.
Okay.
Okay, so that will be 1d6 plus 1. You take 6 damage.
Okay, and I failed my concentration.
Bummer. Hunter's Mark is brutal,
I
man.
know.
Okay.
How much was it?
And then the last one is going to 6. And then the last guy is going to cock another light crossbow bolt and try and hit you. And he whiffs as well.
From that distance?
This is the guy with the crossbow. So yeah, we'll have a move over here for a clean shot.
Okay.
But they're weirdly very scared of you. All 3 of their attacks have completely whiffed on this aberrant, strange-looking goblin.
One of them hit me.
All right, so now it's your turn again.
Okay. Guess I'm just gonna hit the one that hit me.
Okay, roll the hit.
15 to hit.
That will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, I'm gonna activate my, what's it called? Divine Smite. I'm gonna Divine Smite him. So, he takes 7, 12, 17.
Wow.
This one. 21 damages.
Okay,
He goes down.
you connect and literally just evaporate this bandit. Like he's going, dude, we can't hit him. 1 second, and he's just in a flash of
radiant
light.
damage.
What?
About half of it was radiant damage.
Yeah, so the man is like removed from existence as much as is possible. He's rent into like 3. I actually was not expecting that to happen. Like, you have completely neutralized their buddy. They're actually going to roll Constitution saving throws to see if they panic and run. One doesn't, the other doesn't as well. They both are shaken but are ready to commit and like actually deal some damage.
Alright.
First one will definitely connect.
That's my turn.
Oh, you're right.
Sorry. So I'm gonna swoop over here and be like, alright, this isn't going well. This isn't fair. So I'm gonna hit this guy. I'm just gonna throw a bomb at him. Ha!
Oh, what's your plus to hit?
That's an 8.
It's an 8. It will not connect, but there is a bomb thrown on the ground.
Okay.
So
this burst of acid just comes out of the ground.
okay, we'll put that.
It doesn't do any AoE.
Oh, really? It's just
No.
okay. Great. Look at that. Okay. Now they're scared because they were just attacking a goblin and an explosion of acid happened right
And
next to them.
I land. I'm like, game's over, guys. Get out of here.
Want to roll a persuasion?
Sure.
It's technically an action, but I'll let you roll because you threw a bomb and it
Intimidation.
completely
I was about
failed.
to say, would it not be
Intimidation? Yeah, which one?
It's the
Either
exact
one.
same.
Okay.
0.
There you go. Look, there's a tiny goblin and a tiny bird. We're big old scary men. We're not running.
Tiny?
The other guys, I don't think you like you call him tiny. Shut up!
Bare my talons.
Now, the guy who, so this is actually the guy who's going to pull out his knife. He's going to try and hit you again. Dang! And he's going to completely whiff again. He's shaken. The other guy's going to whip out his crossbow and try to hit you. What's your AC?
15.
Dang it! These guys are not doing great.
Highest AC in the party, right?
I don't know.
15, and those are good ACs. But
Yeah, I know.
I knew these guys were on the weak side.
I
but
have high dex.
I added an extra one just to be sure. Okay.
I can't wear medium or heavy armor.
I can't remember.
This guy is going to be seeing the writing on the wall, though, and he's going to take his distance. So he can take more pot shots and get away from the action a little bit. The other guy wants to keep fighting. Okay, you're back at the top of the mission, Trace. Zibini. I'll try and use names. I really thought this was going to happen second or third, and so we'd be able to visit you guys and then come back, but this is
No,
all
no,
coalesced
it's
at the
fine.
same
It's
time.
fine. Trust me, worse things have happened.
Everyone will get
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna abjure enemy.
Abjure enemy?
Abjure the enemy. Swipe says stay and face your punishment.
You're pointing at the
Make
guy
a
who ran
wisdom
away?
Saving throw.
Guy who ran away?
Mhm.
He got a 2. Actually, yeah, he got a 2.
Right, he is frightened and has no speed for 1 minute or until he takes damage.
Wow, so he's just sitting there. He's
Uh-huh.
just. The goblin told me not to move, boss. The goblin told me not to move, boss. Don't listen to the goblin, but he told me not to move. Okay,
Well, that's it.
that's your turn. You don't want to use any movement? You want to stay where you're at?
Nah, because I'm next to the guy who can't run away.
Okay.
Oh, you used on him.
No, I used that on the guy running
Okay,
away.
gotcha.
But that guy is still next to me.
That's 10 feet. So I'm like, hey. I reach into my straps
Nice.
and it casts poison spray.
That's
So
sick.
he has to make a con save.
Con save, okay. That is a 9.
That does not save.
Okay, what does he take?
He takes 8 poison damage.
He's confused for a solid second at what you just did. He was like actually curious, like, what, are you showing me something? And then like it starts to burn his eyes and he like starts to panic and starts scraping at his face to get it off, and he takes 8 damage. He's looking not great.
Well, there goes my abjure enemy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now he can run again. That's right.
He got scared.
Yeah. I mean, actually, technically, since he was frightened, he would have taken disadvantage too, wouldn't he? Or, yeah. So yeah, it hit. So we're good. Okay, now we're to crossbow man. He's gonna try and stab you again. These guys are rolling so bad, and he this time he actually connects, but it just like catches in a groove of your armor and doesn't even like pierce you in any way, shape, or form.
The knife sticks there.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like somebody like poked you with like a stick with a baton out the end, like a drumstick, like a
Stop.
like. And then the other guy with the crossbow, he's still able to use his actions and everything right now that he's not feared and you're not within.
The entire effect's gone now that he's taking damage.
Right. Ooh, okay, so he does take a crossbow at you, freaking out. He's wiping his eyes, pulls out a crossbow, and launches one at you, and that will be 18 to hit.
Oh, okay. Jeez. You really scared me for a
Oh,
second
what?
there.
Oh, you got like a critical hit?
No, I thought you were like 18 damage.
Oh, no. And you're down. No, he only did 3 damage.
3 damage?
Yeah. He had a D8, so that's real lucky.
Cute.
And that's their turns. Back to you, Trace.
Okay. I'm gonna attack the person in front of me. 19 to hit.
You definitely hit. Roll for damage.
I'm gonna activate Fury of the Small.
Nice.
It deals extra damage. I dropped the damage die. Well, that's disappointing. He takes 8 damage.
8 damage.
It's not disappointing.
Wow. Okay.
That might down him.
It's pretty close. Not
An
quite.
extra 3 for activating Fury of the Small.
Right.
So you're attacking with your like mace, or you're attacking with your
My
cleaver.
cleaver.
So he's gonna get a little gory, but like this guy is annoying you. He's missed 3 times in a row and keeps yelling at his buddy, "Stop being such a loser!" You effectively like Achilles tendon him in one swipe.
He's not
and
going
he just
anywhere.
crunches to one knee and is like, oh, that's not, and is like screaming and looking and holding at it. He's effectively bleeding out. Like he's unable to move, except for crawling, and that's like a third of his movement. Okay, back to you.
I pull out a faintly red glowing flask and I'm like, let's try this again. I throw it at him.
Natural 20. Nice.
God, so double damage on a 1d10?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, do you want to do 2 die rolls or do you want to do...
Either way, 2 die rolls I think is more fun, so if you can do that.
3 damage.
3 damage total? Wow.
Guys, once I
He's
get to
still
level
up.
4, I'm going to get a lot more dangerous. I promise.
So yeah, he's still standing. He was scared, he got acided, he shot you.
And that was a firebomb, by the way.
It was a firebomb.
Yeah.
So does that do any extra effects
Nope.
to him? Okay.
Not yet. Not until
But-
9th level.
But it is fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Man, that is a rough roll on a crit. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
welcome to my life.
Okay. Now we are back to the guy who's with the knife, who just got the Achilles tendon. As he's kneeling, he's going to try and swipe at you again. It completely misses. Guy with the crossbow tries to shoot at you, completely misses. Got fire in his eyes. These guys are literally rolling 2s and 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. Okay.
Kind of rolls we like. Keep it up.
Yeah. This
You
makes
got
me
it.
feel much better about the opponents I put in later on, because there are much stronger ones later on, so I'm feeling much better about that. Okay, you're top again.
Okay, hit him again.
Uh-huh.
19 again to hit.
Roll for damage. How much is it?
5.
Yeah, so he was trying to stop missing. It's really pathetic to watch. You take out his ankle, he lands on his hands and feet, he tries to stab you one last time, and then you just bring his cleaver straight down to the top of his head, and he just is done. He's just out. Sorry, I will make a point to let you guys describe the finishing blows from now on. I just was in the mood there. Okay.
It's fun to get in the mood. We're all a little moody sometimes.
Has been super dead. He has been made super dead. If you guys want to start writing up yours, character bits. Oh, you got one. Great.
Yeah, I like to just use D4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So now it's your turn. It's your turn with the last guy.
Do I get the sense that he's gonna run away?
As soon as humanly possible.
I let him go.
Okay. So we're gonna say this is south. He knows that the closest place is the city. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's still with an eye shot by the end of his round, so you can see him.
If I find you, if I see you again, you're dead.
Don't worry, you ain't got a thing to worry about from Matthew Wood. And he keeps running.
You got it, Matthew Wood.
It's a, it's a giving a name. Yeah. Oh, he's not the smartest of the bunch. That's been clearly established. He actually had a lot of HP too. He was among the most HP, and you almost killed him. Like if that critical had went almost any other way.
Actually been a critical hit.
Yeah, like. Okay, so combat's done. You guys can. I'll get this out of your way, and you guys are standing in front of each other. A bird person, Aarakocra, and a goblin.
You all right?
Pull out my little book and just go. And then I glow a little. I might heal wounds here.
Yeah, I'm fine. Dwight's got my back.
Sweet. That seems a little unfair.
Well, I was. They didn't have Dwight their back.
What do you call little green man?
I am Zibini, Fury of Dwight.
And you're not a sickly halfling, are you?
I don't think so.
Pull out the book, open it.
Nope.
Okay. Just making sure.
The book told me not to lie to you.
Okay.
So do you believe him? Like, how are you feeling about him?
Have you actually figure out various
I'm thinking I'm just like, if he's alright, like, you okay if I just take off?
I guess. Let me check.
Alright, check the book. check the book.
It says mixed together, so if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to walk with you.
Alright.
How much do you weigh?
It's gonna be a long day.
That's a good question.
You are a paragon of patience. You decided
My weight says dash.
dash. So he's 3 foot tall. He's a goblin. He probably weighs like less than a sack of flour. If you can if you have any interest in carrying a goblin.
To give you an example, I'm 4'8". I weigh 80 pounds. So you're probably 50, maybe 40.
Probably about
Half
80
his
with
weight.
armor. Just chain, but still.
Alright, so you guys decide to walk after Matthew Wood, who's just desperately fleeing toward the city
I'm
using.
leaving bird tracks in the snow.
Yeah. Yeah, it is snowy. You're right. I was picturing a more.
It's winter.
Yeah, it is. It's transitional. So yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry. Just putting my brain together. Okay. 3 or 4, it's you. 1 or 2, it's you. 1. So we pull back from this quaint little duo of wonderful bird and goblin blood.
Couple of cards.
Yeah, enjoying each other's company, or at least one is. And we zoom back. We zoom back into the city of Gonshi, and we come into a tall tower near the city wall, go through a window, and see a large, red, dragonborn man sitting in a chair with a tweedly, thin, needly elvish woman standing next to him. My dear Sir Goresh, you've been sitting still for awfully long, and the whole point of this trip has been to see the people, to let the people see you, to encourage them of your martial prowess. You have no desire to go outside whatsoever.
Not really. No.
Well, you
I
see...
don't feel quite too comfortable around people.
Okay,
Just,
I can work with this, but you see...
and
I'll let you speak, I'm
what's...
sorry. Yeah.
Why? Why? They probably don't even know what's happened. So who cares?
You're a big, strong man with a big black sword. They'll love you. They'll love you.
Of course.
Look, I am at an impasse because it is my job to make sure you're seen and present, not even that you're happy, just that you're here. And so I really want to try and make you both happy and present, and you don't seem to want to do either. You see where I'm at? I'm struggling here.
Fine. Let's leave the town.
Thank you. You work with me, I work with you.
Just shut up and go.
All right. Lady Elysium picks up your things, picks up a little banner with your name on it. Like it's a big deal. They've got like a couple servants outside. They've hired like one of the countless orphans on the street to just hold the banner out on either side of the street as you walk by, and you walk down the street. I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
The banner is actually poison.
What?
14.
Okay, now roll a Wisdom saving throw.
I'm great at those.
And cursed. That's kind of cocked.
Yeah. 12. I rolled both a 13 on both of those, just so you know.
Okay.
The one I'm proficient in is lower than the one I'm not.
So, I'm gonna describe what happens to like. I want you to tell me like what your instinct to do is, because you've succeeded in a way that makes it hard for this message to be clear. But as you're walking along, you like suddenly feel like you're getting a headache, and then it goes away, and then you look over at like a pane of glass, and you feel fine, and you look away, and you feel sicker, and it's like whenever you're not looking at something reflective, you feel ill just a little bit. And it seems to get worse the more you're not looking at stuff.
You'd probably then go look at something reflective.
Finus looks at you and says, "Are you alright, sir?
I need a mirror
A mirror?
or something. Yes.
Look, I'm getting so many mixed signals. You
Get
do
me a
not-
mirror!
Okay. So she runs into one of the local, knocks on the door. By order of the king, we need your nearest mirror, please. Just give, please. And this poor old lady, like shaking and nervous, like, oh, it's by order of the king. Here you go. And she gives her like a little silver hand mirror. It looks kind of nice. You'd be ashamed to miss it. So she takes it, hands it to you. There, you find your what's the word? Your self-aggrandizement, your
Get a roar out of
haughtiness.
it. Shut up. But an actual roar.
Okay, roll for roar. We'll make it an intimidation.
I was gonna say I'll make that an intimidation. Wow, that's terrible, but 11.
The message is clear.
Yeah,
Like you're like,
yeah.
and she's like, oh, okay. Keep walking if you'd like. I'll just stand here. You know what? I'm shutting my mouth. And as you look in the mirror, you hear a voice.
I don't see anything, you know?
Not quite yet, but you hear a voice, and it goes, Gresh, Clentithtiallor, my chosen.
What?
I'm the guy who gave you the sword.
Oh. Conjures it.
Yep. Pretty nice, right?
Yeah, thanks.
And then you see like smoky images start to hear. Can you see me now? Can you see me? Like it's just like a smoky facial accumulation.
Are you supposed to look like a bunch of smoke?
No. Reception's awful. Look, the orphans are starting to look at you weird. I can feel it from here. Just find a secret place. You look down to your right. There is a small army of children looking at you having this conversation with the mirror. And there's like three homeless men in the alley that have like gotten off of their hovels and are like, "Are you alright, sir?" That was a nat 20, so you basically got the entire city's attention.
Yep, I'm, fine.
So Finus is like, nothing to see here. Well, as a worshipper of Helio, you must know that I don't believe in talking to mere people.
Of course.
I understand Dragonborns, I mean, you got the whole Bahamut thing going on. Helio's not really part of the picture. We tolerate it. I get it. Tolerate and love. But you just scared the whole populace. We need to do something here.
How far away am I from the tower?
The tower you left from?
Yeah.
Like a good 5 blocks. Like, you could chug it back, but...
Well, I'm just gonna be like,
You want to roll a perception check?
sure. That's a 6.
Oh, a 6. That's better than I thought.
Oh wait, no, it's not a 6. It's actually a 4. I forgot. I'm not proficient in perception.
Okay. As you're walking along, the same old man that was like, "You good, sir?" like, carefully comes and like tugs at your arm. He's like, "If you need some privacy talking to me, man, I've got a little corner back there."
He's gonna look around, look at the mirror, look at the old man, hold out his arm, conjure the sword, stab it in the ground, and cast darkness.
Ooh, I like
Centered
that.
on himself. And he can see in it. Because
Right.
Eldritch Invocations.
Yes.
That's dope. Okay.
So,
So you do this, there's a small hush from the crowd, and you hear Finus from outside going, "Everyone calm down, it's a Dragonborn thing,
And then
he's
he
molting, nothing to see here."
run back towards the whatchamagummy is stomping.
You're not even there, you just
No.
duck out. I
It's
thought you were
just
just
like
gonna
boom, sort of thing.
Okay, let me see if she notices. Oh, she does notice. As you're running, she's like, "Oh,
I got a nat 20 on my stealth roll, so she does not.
wow. I'll take it. Okay. So she's like, "The darkness will disperse and he'll feel comfortable being out there."
It'll go away in 10 minutes.
So you run.
As long as you focus on it.
Well,
This seems like a good
is
use
kind
of
of
a
an
level 2
absent-minded
spell.
thing, so...
Okay, so as you're running back to the tower, your headache starts getting worse and worse the less you're looking at the mirror, and you're running. What do you do when you get back to the tower? The servants are like, "Sir, and as you run into your room,
Get out!
they book it. They don't want to be in there.
Slams the door. What?
You're a gruff one. Well, I am the great fiend Atronox. Wait. Otraxa. Excuse me. I forgot to translate the Dragonborns. Anyway, I've got a task for you. You know how we had like a deal? I give you the
Yes.
thing?
Yes, sir.
I know we didn't say it, but you felt it. I felt it, you felt it.
Yes, I remember. What do you want?
You are in Celebration City. It's the capital of ne'er-do-wells and wanton romances and the products of those romances. Your demon lord requires an orphan.
For what?
Oh, nothing bad. The orphan will be fine. I'm going to train him. You see, a special opportunity has arisen, and I want just the right orphan.
This is
It sounds legit.
I mean, I'm technically asking you, you really don't have a choice. The whole your soul wrapped around my finger like a strand of spaghetti thing.
Say what?
Regardless, you get me orphan. Pick one, really good one, prefer the best you can find.
What am I even supposed to do with the orphan?
Put out your hand. Like, just put it in front of the mirror. The shadowy figure, like, picks up a small black bag and just drops it on your mirror image in the mirror. And when your eyes refocus on the real picture, there's a small black pouch in your hand.
That is.
He goes, Thank you. I'm quite good at what I do. Oh, and roll up and check real quick.
7.
This thing reeks to high heaven of demonic energy. Like, it is like every paladin within the next, like, 6 yards are like, oh, something's going wrong. And he goes, and you feel that magical aura dissipate and close around it. So it's like hidden. When you find an orphan, actually, if you find 1 or 2, there's enough to, like, transport 2 or 3. You have to sit them down, talk to them, say, are you willing to be a demon's son or daughter? I mean, either is fine. If they say yes, that is consent, and I can teleport them here.
Wow.
So what's with the bag?
Oh, you gotta use the powder for the kids. You put some powder. It's like fairy powder, but it looks like soot.
Yeah.
Put them in the bag. No. I'm not Santa.
You. Why?
I know you're a whole Bahamut. It's like an insider trading thing. I could tell you, but
So
then it
illegal.
would be, like sharing information that's kind of on the low down hush
I
hush.
mean, what exactly is going to happen to this orphan child?
He will not die.
Okay.
He will experience some moderate suffering, and then he will be super cool. You can tell him that. Or her. I always say him, but it could be a
Rather
her.
than not be suffering?
I mean, life's part of suffering. Demons, life. We're just more of life.
He's got you there.
Anyways, if you don't do it by midnight, I'll, I don't know, steal your soul. Something like that.
Fine. Fine.
All right,
I mean,
well,
I suppose
tonight's the whole festival thing.
Streets.
I'll give you until 1 a.m. Because then there's the whole thing. Okay, 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Then your soul's mine again. I mean, it's fine, but I'll take it and kill you. You got it?
Whatever.
Got it? Whatever? Is that a yes? Solid yes?
Apparently, I don't have a choice.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. And he disappears into his puff of smoke in the mirror, and you're left on your own. Break that poor lady's mirror. You hear an old woman's heart break 5 blocks away. Just kidding. Oh no!
Those were going to be stolen by someone famous.
You need an orphan.
goblin.
After that has happened, you've seen Finus open the door. We've got to establish some basis of trust here.
What would you say if I asked you to bring me an orphan?
It's a fair, open-ended question.
One of the more reasonable requests you've made today, actually.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Well, I mean, there's orphanages all over the place.
I could do an orphan, but a mirror? Come on, dude.
Be reasonable.
I mean, what do you want the orphan for? I'm assuming you want a servant. We've got like 3 right here.
Dope.
There's like cute doe-eyed kids like,
They're
hi,
all
Dragon Boy.
orphans. Oh,
You've got orphans.
I have orphans apparently. Oh, these are orphans? Oh, I guess they are orphans. I hadn't paid attention.
You hear like you feel a sharp pain in your head. Make them good orphans!
Not these orphans.
All right, sorry kids. Okay. Like walk out the door.
Can we at least have bread today? Yeah.
She,
Of course.
she turns around and goes, sure. And she finds like some rinds and like assorted
I'm
food
just gonna
scraps
throw them out.
and tosses it at him. What, do you want some more? And then like 4 more come in. Completely different orphans.
So these are other orphans.
Well, I assume they're orphans. They could have, one of them's like, no, I have dad, he's just really poor.
Oh, so you're not an orphan.
Welfare.
The other ones are orphans.
They look at each other. That's the thing when you don't have parents, right?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, super orphan. Like, very orphan.
Come here real quick.
Bring him aside into this room. Okay.
What was it he said? Wait, is he good at remembering things? Yeah, that's an intelligence thing. He's good at remembering stuff.
Yeah, if I can help remind you, it was you want to be a demon's son or
Wanna be a
daughter.
demon's son,
You're okay with a little bit of suffering,
mild suffering.
and then being really cool.
repeats that to them.
One of the girls goes, heck yeah! And a boy goes, suffering sounds like really not cool.
I agree with you.
I don't, I'm gonna say a no. And then the third boy is like,
Dumps the bag on the girl.
Okay.
He doesn't make good decisions.
okay.
He doesn't make good decisions. He has a 5 wisdom.
This was incredible. Of all the possible outcomes, this is potentially the best. Okay. As that happens, you see the girl just like, she just feels like it's her personal Tinkerbell, and she's just like, yeah! And she just goes, like, it looks as if she's like folded sideways, and then just goes, like, she's just gone. And then you hear the voice in your head, it's literally faint, and he's like, I'll get back to you, I'm obsessing this one.
I already gave, it'll actually just out loud. I already gave you an orphan. The favor's returned.
Uh-oh.
Finest doesn't hear you.
I mean, if you want, I can also roll persuasion.
This
on
kid's
that.
pretty cool. You're probably fine.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, Finest finally
I'm
comes
just
into
gonna
your
sit
room.
there debating what he just did. Because he's smart enough to think it over, but he has no street smarts. So
It's fine. You just sent a child to hell. I mean, it was
a great thing.
it was consensual. It was all. I mean, she knew what was going down, as much as a kid. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's stop that train of thought.
So as you are sitting there thinking, Finest goes, look, it's almost sundown, and I, as well as you, that you don't want to do this.
just let me sit here for the next 30 minutes. And I can go out
Okay.
and you can show me off.
Then
however you want.
immediately after 30 minutes, I've got to watch. I'll
Yes,
watch.
yes,
I'll
yes,
watch.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Whatever.
30 minutes after, and we're gone. Okay, the camera pulls out, and as we are pulling out, we can see a goblin and a Rakokra, Aarakocra, walking into the city. They're passing the city gates. A stubby little dwarven man at the city watch gate is like, you guys want to come in? You guys...
That was the plan, yeah.
You guys...
What was it called again? I don't remember.
I was just coming down here and I found you. I don't know what you're coming to the city for.
Yes, we wanted.
Were you just following me? Like, did you just see he's going south? So I
Well,
might as well go south.
Well, I'm not a direction. I'm just going where I'm going.
All right.
some real party spirits here, am I right? Coming to celebration. Anyway, if you just sign the register, I'll let you in.
Oh boy, a party!
All right, Zibini, High Priestess wife, the whole thing.
Sir,
I pick up the register and I scream at it.
he goes. He puts a little note. Bird screamed at board. Folds it away, puts it in the back office where he's at, and you guys enter the city.
Sweet.
Now we zoom into a tavern where our... Oh, I didn't do this and I wanted to do this. We'll do this later. Where Solden is sitting at a tavern, it's kind of morose, looking at a pint of ale. It's a real dumpster dive of a tavern. Like, it's in the worst part of the city. And you're just sitting there as Clayton just kind of sits next to you. Hey, you've been sitting here a long time.
I have. I think I deserve some rest after weeks of travel.
When you killed me 40 years ago, you've been resting a while since then, right?
Never gonna let that go.
No, I mean, no. No, I won't. And, I mean, I'm bored when you're boring. Because I'm just hanging around you to
Ouch.
entertain me.
Fun. We're in the celebration city.
We are indeed.
Go celebrate. And I stand up and in doing so sort of knock the chair over. Not really paying attention to how far it
Are you drunk currently?
Yeah, I'll say tipsy.
Say tipsy.
And I'll grab my blade, which is resting against the wall. Sit on my back. Fine. Are we going to go celebrate? Or do you want to go out north and kill someone?
Oh. You're catering to what I want? I mean, dude.
It's only fair.
Well, I've touched Pink. I mean, we've been friends for... I mean, I hated you for the
Friends is
first
an
10 years, right? Well, okay, so you're turning toward the door?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No. Now you open the inn door and walk outside, and Clayton goes, wait, boss. Wait, boss. I feel like something's happening. Wait. I don't know why I've decided to dice will tell me when I can make my story happen. And as you're standing there, you see a bunch of like short, pudgy, and a couple of young, nice-looking young women walk by with this broad-shouldered beast of an Aasimar man, just meaty dude. And you immediately recognize him, even though it's been 40 years, as Fanon Cliticus.
I say nothing. And just sort of like stumble back, all Jack Sparrow.
He completely fails to notice you. He's chatting with
Okay.
the sisters. You notice some of them are in a nun garb. He's like, oh, well, lucky breaks happen to everyone, right? Oh, you're lovely. No, you're lovely. And all the women are going, oh, you're so wonderful taking us out for a drink.
So naughty.
And as you're kind of like avoiding his eyes, you feel like Clayton like grab your arm. Is like, wait, dude, I think you know that guy, and I feel like you need to talk to that guy. Look, you know I don't talk to you unless it's important, and I feel like this is important.
Fine. Lane?
Yeah, stops and turns around. By the devil's beard, is that you, Solden?
Don't talk so loud.
My sensitive ears.
Oh, you. And he runs up and grabs you in a giant hug. It's been so long. How long have you been in Fahadrin?
Since I left.
He like starts counting on his fingers. That's a long time. Well,
40 years.
well, we've missed you. Everybody was saying great things about you. Heard you left on kind of a sour note.
Considering everything that we were told as children was a lie.
Like God is good and He loves you and He takes care of you and stuff.
Specifically related to the king.
Like that He's God's favorite kid and we should all like Him more than everyone else.
That's
That makes sense. Well, I'm actually here kind of on some pseudo-Phaedron business. I mean, it's been a treaty for a good long while. I was just getting these ladies a nice little drink. They got something to celebrate, don't they? And all the
We're
girls
celibate!
celibate, celibate, celibate. And they sing out and chant their decree of celibacy in joy as they walk down to get a drink. He goes, they're a little excitable. I mean, why wouldn't they?
right. I take it the celibacy thing is about to change for them?
What? No.
No.
What? No. They're nuns. They run an orphanage.
Right.
I bought all their orphans today.
You
Bought their orphans?
You bought their orphans?
Yeah, that's the whole reason I came to Vahadrin. I got sent here from
To
Royal
purchase
Penelope.
orphans?
Well, yeah, there's like tons around here, and when the higher ups say what I gotta do, I go do it.
I think it's funny since I'm constantly surrounded by spirits, nobody else can see. That peanut gallery here is just what I hear.
That'd be
in my
pretty
head.
funny, yeah.
Super
You
fun.
guys can play the spirits and
I can't believe
everything.
this guy. Oh, I'm a capitalist and I know a business idea when I see one.
Just wants to go buy orphans. Well, I'll just
You
walk
bought.
on down to the shop,
I mean, you
buy
were
a
an
child.
orphan yourself,
Why
right?
not?
I mean, you got picked up by the church and they raised you and made you this cool friggin' fighting spirit dude.
Sure.
I'm doing the same thing for these
That's what
kids,
happened.
right?
I don't think it's the same.
I mean, I do.
Ask him what his plan for the orphans is.
What?
Later. Not now.
That's what his plan is.
Listen.
Are you okay? Is this the whole ghost thing? I know you had a ghost thing.
No.
He doesn't have a ghost thing.
Listen.
What are you talking about? I'm here.
The ghosts
I'm alive.
have calmed down. As of
Please pay attention to me.
Greg, give him a moment.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's been so long since I've seen someone from Adrian or a friendly one.
Hmm.
I would very much like to do
Well, these orphans were about to go, zip them back to Royal Peninsula, but we're not going to take them back before the fireworks happen.
it. Right.
I'm sure they got tons of ale at that fireworks show thing they got later tonight.
Ale?
That's booze.
Of course.
I'm aware.
Of course,
I
ale
know.
for you, my good dear friend.
I can see it.
He reaches over your shoulder, grabs you around the
Or you
shoulder,
could
and
just
goes,
not drink
right
for
over
once."
there, follow me and the ladies. And all these
Ah,
ladies
of course, he's
swimming
going to
around you.
drink.
You go, oh, this one's even burlier. Smacks you on the arm. One of the especially old nuns was like, if I didn't do the whole celibacy thing, man, I'd
For the record, at the moment, I've got it's not a huge cloak. It's sort of like something that maybe covers the shoulders, and that's about it. It's currently draped over like a cape. The hood is up, but the actual face covering bandana is down. And as far as guard goes, it's like I was wearing common clothes with long sleeves and got tired of the sleeves and just ripped them off. So my arms are just
How
Yeah.
tall are
I
you?
like it.
5'11",
Oh.
pushing 5'12".
Dang.
Oh, okay.
Dragonborn is definitely the tallest in the party.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
He's like 6'5". The average
So-
Dragonborn is about 6.5
We
feet.
can tell he's under 6 feet because he specified that he might actually be a little more, he said.
Man, this is actually working perfect with time, guys, just so you know. We're going a little bit over what I expected, but it's working great. Okay, so the city is slowly starting to die down a little bit. Most of you will know this, but you might not, The City of Celebration, this specific festival, the tradition is once the sun sets, everyone tries to be as quiet as possible. It's kind of like Santa, like, you can talk and you can, like, whisper, but, like, kids don't like you to, and it's, like, it's normal behavior to not speak all the way up until midnight, and then at midnight they have this huge fireworks show and bang pots and pans and scare away winter to welcome in spring. And so it's kind of like it's a really traditional thing they do. And so right before sundown they'll have a couple little shows, and then everyone will gather in certain town centers all over the city, and it's like sit around braziers, but they're really serious about it. Like they'll try and not have any like visible lights. They'll try and keep light sound super low. Like everything about it is meant to keep winter from being scared off too early. Make him not, get him ready for the surprise at the end. And so it's very much like a pagan festival.
Have I technically had a short rest since?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you've been walking,
It wasn't sundown yet.
you got in town, you got to sit in the tavern for a second. You left like immediately after she told you to leave Thalia, so yeah.
I wasn't doing anything else.
Guys, are you having fun? Is this good?
Oh, yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
enjoying
it's
this? Okay, good. I'm feeling real good about it.
Like getting already. You with the
Oh, yeah.
spirits, that's great.
I think that is going to be very interesting.
So I can't find which bird it is, but there's a bird at the area up in Salt Lake that has a call that's 81 decibels.
Wow.
And it's just like, it tells us backpack and just like really loud. So I do that accidentally.
Middle of town.
Sun goes down.
Okay, we're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
The sun's not quite down, but that's you're planning. That you're readying that action.
Like a sneeze.
Okay. Sorry, I'm actually gonna do some of this stuff. Oh, and just out of curiosity, did you guys search the bandits' bodies when you left?
I looked for anything shiny.
Let's just assume. Is this an exorbitant amount of gold, like 2 gold?
Alright,
Let's just assume 2 gold.
he's not using it.
And 1 on each of them. Or like one of them had a gold and the other one had like 50 silver.
That's 5 gold.
That's 50 silver? I mean, 5 silver then. So 2 gold total. 2 gold total. And you don't have any interest in the gold at all?
I mean, I probably didn't even think to search them.
Alright, so you guys all come into this town center, and at the outskirts of this area, it's kind of open on this side, but it's not, like, easy to navigate. Like,
Right.
there's a bunch of buildings and blockades kind of like over here. So it's really designed to kind of be like a corral, basically, and it's just for fun, like, it's just like a fun place for the kids. Like, parents can let their kids run around without worrying about them running off anywhere, and the many orphans that are around can just kind of like putz in and putz out and do whatever they want.
So many orphans.
Hey Daniel, where are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
In their defense, there is a much smaller amount of orphans now. But yeah, as you enter in, serendipitously, all four of you lined up in one line find a certain fortune teller. And when you enter the area, you're supposed to engage with a fortune teller who kind of sets you up in little groups and gives you each a fortune as you come in.
For the group?
It's traditional. Yeah, yeah. And so it's kind of like, it's like a socializing thing. It's meant to like mix people up, and so they'll just kind of randomly pull people together and they'll talk. And so she reaches over to you, and Finus is, oh, it's a fortune teller, I'm so excited. You're like, I have no interest in you. The lady just says, she looks at you, and one of her eyes goes like, and just seems like way bigger than it should be. She's looking all over you, up and down.
Yes.
Clentithtiallor is strong and great, but you may become a tad irate as struggles abound and growth explodes. Your child lost shall not abate. She goes, there you go.
What?
Then she looks at you. Oh. Tinker, full of treasure, all around and tumbling. You best beware when you're listening to those who you assume are grumbling. Yeah.
I'm very confused by that.
You've got
Why
like
is she staring at
4 people on you. You know
Why
that.
is she staring at us?
Can she see us?
At last count, I've actually got 17.
Are we alive?
Why
I'm
did she
so
stare at
sorry.
us?
I'm so sorry.
Are we material
I'll,
again?
I'll do my best to just focus on you. This is a lot. This is a lot.
Everybody's like super excited.
I haven't been seen in so long.
Solden be bolden. Your troubles are less and less, but those whom follow will be worried tomorrow, and their dread be less and less. Sorry, that one didn't make much
Yeah,
sense.
she wasn't very good at that one then.
Your poetry's
and then
quite
Feel like that was a little bit of a stretch.
she looks over on you. Hello, little man.
Hi!
He's not. Eric pitches in. He's not a halfling.
Oh, I thank you.
I asked.
Don't know, but I want me to lie to her.
An unknown god surrounds your head and fills your book with plenty. While your favors change and savors change, a tad bit more minty. Alright. Well, your group, have fun. Then she walks off to the next group.
Wait, what?
Is your friend a god?
I think he
Are we
is.
friends now?
God. That's the word.
Yes.
Bright one, aren't you?
Generally not liked in big cities because they cause problems.
You know, it's rude to talk about me like I'm not here. I am a respected priest, you know.
I was
I
just.
take out my dagger and I hold it in his throat.
I was just.
while I'm talking
That's
to
like
the rest.
very low.
Yeah,
I was just coming down south. I saw him, and I saw him with a bunch of other people, and I was like, oh, this ought to be entertaining. And now he won't move.
They were trying to kill me.
So you're saying you've
Yeah,
been
to be sneaky.
infested with a... What even are you anyway?
I'm actually going to roll nature.
Okay.
See if I know who he is.
As I open my mouth.
Wait. That's a 16.
Yeah, you know exactly what he is.
As I open
He's-
my mouth.
He's an
Air.
air cock.
Would I have heard of that?
No.
So I just
Figured as
explain-
much.
So I see your confused expression, and I say,
It's hard to read a dragon's face, I will say that
Yeah.
much.
I just say,
You have plus to charisma, right?
I just say,
Well, yeah, I have...
bird person.
My regular charisma is a +4, so...
The fortune teller's like, he was talking to you. That was very rude. He's a bird person. Sorry. That felt like I was actually chiding you. I didn't mean to.
Just...
Finus goes, back off, you! Not to say slut.
Leave her
You-
alone. She didn't do anything to you.
Right. Well,
Listen.
I'm not part of your group. I happen to be with these halflings, so
Well,
catch up
then-
afterward?
When you
I
say group,
assume you'll find me.
what do you mean?
Hello, little bird man.
Okay, yeah, alright.
I'm
Like,
fine.
you're
as-
much
I mean,
bigger than he
I mean,
is.
I wasn't given a fortune with you guys. I was given a fortune with
Oh,
these guys.
Sorry, I
so-
thought I was talking about the fortune teller.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I understand. No, the fortune teller's really woke about race stuff. I didn't get it.
Right.
Anyway,
So you've just been following him around.
Yeah,
for
for-
causing you trouble.
No.
Threaten society.
That remains to be seen.
We're gonna need some salt.
There are a number of ways this can go.
Seems
Does anyone have salt?
Seems almost done being.
as you guys are commiserating, you see the same gnome, or excuse me, it was a dwarf city guard that let you guys into the city. Kind of just comes by like the front gate of this area, looks in, he's like, okay, you forward. Can you guys come here real quick? Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Whenever we have these little parties thing, we don't have nearly enough police force. Like,
And you want
watch
us to police the
everything.
city?
No, just this area. Just this area. It's just
What is this area you need?
like the little cavern thing, the little town center thing we built up.
The square?
We just the square thing.
Let me get this straight. You want a bunch of people you've never met, truly?
And that have never met each other.
That have never met each
war
other.
hero.
Do you, let's ignore that part.
War hero.
He said nothing.
I fun.
Persuasion.
Okay.
I think he said something.
Dude, shut up.
That's an 18 persuasion on the he said nothing part, so take that as you all
We're gonna
will.
have to distinguish now that we're all together the difference between the ghost party and the real party.
You will, yes.
I'm speaking of myself.
Okay.
I guess I didn't say that. He's right.
To patrol the most highly populated area of the place.
No. Nothing's gonna happen. It's just an if then, you know. You're one of the few people I see in here with like actual weaponry and stuff.
Done.
And the Lovelace sisters in there, they're
Well,
performers,
we
so I
are
wouldn't
quick
want
to
say.
agree.
Does this dude pay much? I mean, I know I'm a priest and I'm supposed to live by the people, but I gotta pay stuff too, you know.
What would you like?
Plate armor?
That's a bit out of his purview, I
He
think.
thinks about it.
For a
Like,
goblin?
I can give you each 1 copper.
Just give me a nice bed to stay in for the rest of the night.
All right, you can do that.
The book says add more if necessary. It'll be a silver.
Roll persuasion.
Is this against an
What?
insight check or anything?
Yes.
Probably will be. Maybe.
I know there's a way to turn it on. I think it's. There we go.
Oh, that's
That's lovely.
I got a 6.
Nice.
There's a fan?
It's been on, I think. Sorry. So you got a 6? He goes, I'm sure your crazy burnt out book does say that, but I can only give you a copper.
Must mean I'm gonna find it somewhere else.
Do you have something shiny on you?
Or me?
Yeah.
I've got 4 coppers.
Give him my cup.
There's 2 coppers for you.
Well, that's what the book meant.
I feel like I'm being demeaning giving you a copper.
Whatever.
Alright, I'll thank you. The Lovelace sisters will also help out if anything goes too south.
Why do you feel like you're being demeaning if you give him a copper?
Well, just because he's such a big, strong. I feel like it's above his height. Pay.
Go away!
Okay. He leaves. He runs off to the next like thing like this. That's like another like 4 blocks away.
Alright.
He's
You're
in anger, aren't you?
I'm gonna get a blasting powder.
No, it's just
gonna go check out the blasting powder.
stuttering and all of it.
Where are you off
I had no use for it.
Gunpowder.
We're supposed to be a group, though. The nice lady said so. So we better go get some powder with him.
to? Last time I heard
You
your name-
really don't need to.
Last time I
I'm
heard
pretty
your
sure
name,
it's the
Gunpowder
rules.
blew up. What are you looking for?
Gunpowder.
I imagine to blow it up.
Fine.
As one does.
Okay.
Also, Jacob, I actually have to have a large roll-out grid.
Oh, that'd be
thing.
awesome. Yeah, we'll work it out. I like building these little sets,
Oh,
but
no,
if it's
that's
like
great.
a paper grid, that solves like half the problem.
And
It's like
It's like a
wet
dry erase. Yeah, it's like
so
a
you
wet
can
erase.
still
sort of
do
thing.
the buildings and stuff. It's just you'll always have like a pre-established grid system that you can use.
Gotcha.
Just no matter what the scenario is.
When you ask again, what do you need it for? I kind of just like look at my alchemist supplies and like raise my arms a little bit.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're carrying. You're carrying tubes and bottles filled with liquids of different colors. It could be some. all
Not
sorts.
unlike someone else that we've met.
He probably has an empty one.
I'm an alchemist.
What's that?
I make mixtures and things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I've heard of them.
Yes.
Well, let's go get it.
Sorry, I've got to do some.
And you want to go get this and not do the thing that we're being paid to do.
I'm gonna have to pull this up here.
He can look out for bad guys.
You
while we help
start.
him.
You start looking for the gunpowder you came here to look for.
Yeah.
And you start to come, like, just look around and you notice these barrels full of something you don't know what's in, but it's the only thing you can picture. And you see three women paladins, all standing around it, kind of fiddling with little revolvers, and they're like one-shot pistols. And they're just chilling. Let me see if they see you.
How well
Yeah, I
They
do.
do-
I do kind of want to make a stealth check as I take off
None of them see you.
and I like swoop and like, hey,
Each of them are all like, "You're adorable! Helena, look at this guy! Danielle, look! He's so cute!" And the other two are like, I'm so sorry about our sister. She is, she's a little interesting.
kind of half in the bag already.
Half in the bag?
Yeah.
Oh, can you, like, get into the bag?
No, a little bit tipsy.
He's describing the
expression.
Oh, no, she just really likes birds. Like, a lot. She's
I like birds too.
stone cold sober. Christine is, she's just a little...
Would she give me scriptures?
She's like, looks to her sister, "Can I?" They nod.
I like,
Yeah, sure.
I like
If
my
he's
feather
okay.
part a little bit.
She comes over and is just like, "Oh, you're so soft," and is just petting and scritching and going all over the place. It's like, "This is really nice of you. It means a lot to me."
I am very
So you're
unsure.
right at this point, like,
Yeah.
down there.
I am very unsure.
I'm here for gunpowder.
Oh, well, we don't have any gunpowder. Well, I guess it is gun. It's not for sale. We're doing a show with it. If you'd like to see that.
Excuse me, I notice you're holy people. I'm a holy people too.
Of course. Praise Helio.
Not that holy people person.
I was told to come to the city and buy gunpowder. If that's the right word.
So you want just normal gunpowder? We have lots of normal gunpowder. Right?
I was told that there's like this special gunpowder.
They look at each other and like have this knowing look. And Christine, who's been mid-scratching her hair, goes, "Oh, there's nothing like that gunpowder you're talking about. No, very totally normal gunpowder. We're just really good shots with a gun. That's it."
Why do you need to clarify that?
And then one of them, like, Danielle, legitimately just like socks her for a second, like friend, like a sister would, you know. And it was like, she's just really excited about the gun show. She loves seeing me shoot. I'm a really good shot. I'll be the one doing shooting today.
Do it here.
As a quick reminder, you do have a flyer that Fowler gave you.
Oh,
If you want to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
He gave you the flyer.
So I reached into a pouch on my belt and I just pulled it up. And just like kind of unfurl it. And I actually, you know what?
Yeah.
I drape my wings in front of me.
Oh, like this?
And I just kind of,
Oh, show it to her
yeah,
directly?
I just kind of show her.
Okay.
I poke my head in and look at it.
I kick you
You wanna-
I kick you with the talon.
Do you guys want to roll like reflex saves for that?
Sure.
Okay, so roll an attack roll, but it's just going to be, it's not going to be with a weapon, it's going to be like an unarmed strike, non-lethal. It's just you getting in there.
18.
18, so you got to beat an 18 to hit. Contested
Athletics check?
Yeah, we'll do a contested.
Okay. 24.
Contested
Natural.
athletics.
Natural.
You got a nat 20? Okay, you can, yeah, try rolling an
I
nat.
was just making an attack. I was just making an attack.
You're just making an attack?
Yeah.
Just,
I
just
rolled
a baffling
athletics.
one?
Yeah.
Regardless, it's a natural.
It's a natural 20.
Well, if we're going with an unarmed attack, it is also a 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start to do this, and he like,
By the way, it's a nat
and
20.
you cover it fully, but somehow magically he like, without traveling laterally at all, he like a skateboarder move, like limbos underneath your feather wings, and then pops up right in the middle and starts reading the flyer. And you just read it out loud.
Close it.
Okay.
It did say gunpowder!
The sisters like coming together and like chorus together for a second. They're just like, okay. This is only because Christine likes you so much. And she reaches and goes.
I give Christine a little wink.
She has a little moment.
With my like with my translucent eye.
Yeah, she's smitten. But Danielle walks over to like the gunpowder thing that's right over here, pops open the cask a little bit, and pulls out like a tiny little like scoop, and puts this really it looks like salt, except it's purple and translucent, like more so than salt normally is. So it's like a violet salt, and she ties it really tight on there. She goes, "Don't tell anyone you gave this to you. You'd be in so much trouble. You got that?"
I take it and I put it in my most secret pouch with my own.
What's your name?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And Christine immediately is like, I got it, guys. I speak bird.
Okay.
That could be a name.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll my eyes. People call me Eric.
I like it. Right?
But I said it was ah!
Well, guys, we
I'm
gotta.
not gonna say every time I address it.
That's rude!
And if I do it, it'll just end up coming out as a roar. Which most people don't.
Well, as normal, the priest is the only one who respects people.
So the sun is almost down. It's probably about as light out as it is right now for us here. And you start to hear a bell toll. Boom, boom, boom. It goes on for 8 tolls. And you see Danielle go, "That's our cue!" And she takes a bunch of like guns. She has like, they preloaded like 20 hand pistols.
Alright, I'll see you later.
And they all run up to this section over here. So you guys were all over here. But they all run up to here. And they basically have like a Sailor Moon moment where they're just like up here performing. They're like, "We, the Lovelace sisters of the Royal Peninsula, have quite a show for you here." And all the people are like, "Yay, they can afford armor and are super wealthy and wear pink clothes and we're not, we're struggling to eat." They're like, "That's the spirit, citizen!" And they say, "We've got these fancy guns. We're going to show you a show of sportsmanship." As they're saying this like chart pulls off of this cage that's right here. And there is just this giant wad
That
of
guy she's
kobolds.
very surprised by and backs away from as the curtain comes up.
Yeah, so there are just like a billion kobolds. More specifically, exactly 15. No, 12, excuse me. And they're just like crammed into this cage. And it becomes pretty clear to you guys that they intend to like just shoot these kobolds like fish in a barrel to show off.
Get back away.
I also back away.
Yep.
And as soon as I do so, I also drop my blade.
I grab a random citizen. There we go.
Is killing legal in this town? It wasn't where I'm from.
It's this big strong man who's like, "Oh, last time I checked, he's this big chunky dude. His name's Chuck." He's like, "Nah,
Chucky.
yeah." Actually,
Chuck is chunky.
no, I'm gonna stick with that. His name is Chuck. And so all the people like stand away as I can't show you stats. I'm so sorry.
Like, I looked at it, but I didn't even register until you said that.
Yeah. Sorry. You're gonna walk up to the stage?
Yeah.
So they're mid-performance, and they're like, "We're gonna show you the incredible power of the new handheld pistol, brand new across the 7 aisles. Always buy Lovelace if you get a chance to." Love those things.
I want to fly up to this building and just like perch on it.
Okay. They're like, Christine is super a fan of that. It's kind of funny because like it's clear that Helena is like the voice of the group and Christine's just kind of pretty, but Danielle is like where the brains are. Like she knows what's going on and like how to work everything. And so they trade places on this part up here, and Helena holds up this like platform of pistols to her, and she starts to take one and start to take hot shots at the kobold cage. Wow. First one is a natural 20, and it deals. Wow, that should have killed. So the kobolds in the cage they're sentient, they're speaking common, and but they're so obviously evil and bad at hiding it. Like one of them will be like, "Oh, poor us, they're going to kill us," and we're gonna kill you the second we get. And it's so obvious that the second they're out of here, they have no remorse. They want to kill.
It's like before the tournament was pulled back, they were like, "Remember, we're all orphans."
All of us. Each one's, "I never knew my father." And Danielle, dead shot. And you hear a loud crack as purple smoke lifts up from the gun, and you see the tiniest of all the kobolds in the pin just hit the ground, and all of them turn. "He killed Binman. She killed Binman." And then she rolls up for another shot. Oh my gosh. I did not think that was going to happen so fast. She aims again, almost lands, the shot goes off, and it blasts the padlock off the front of the cage. And all the kobolds begin spilling out.
I just kind of yell out to say,
You lied to me!
Who?
You said you were a good shot!
Look, they're hard technology. They're brand new. I'm doing my best. She literally rolled a 2. And I won't tell you how I was making the button, but that should not have happened so quickly. I was expecting to get at least 2 more kobolds down. So this guy has already been killed.
so I only have a short rest, right? So I don't have, since the last fight, I don't have spell slots back. Just checking.
You can get stuff back on short rest, right?
Only
No.
only
That's
spellcasting
warlocks.
class I can is
Warlock, right.
So I get, I do have a couple abilities that come back on short rest.
Okay, we'll say you got back earlier in the day, and since that first skirmish was basically just to test the waters, I'll let you have your spell slots back, because
Okay.
this is going to be a bit of a gauntlet, not gonna lie.
Okay.
Right as this happens, you see good old Matthew Wood go, "They let loose the kobolds!" He's just standing in the crowd, totally chill. The guy you almost killed earlier.
Yeah.
Let me roll if he sees you. As he says that, he looks over his shoulder
And I
and
look
sees
at
you
him.
stooping on the thing. He does his best to run away.
I'm the
He gets a crit fail on his dexterity save, smashes into the like wooden railing and lays unconscious over here.
I said,
I mean, dice don't lie. That was a crit fail. I wasn't even playing with that. Okay, so now these kobolds are gonna start going for it. So let's all roll initiative.
all right.
18.
18.
Hey, you
Yeah.
Two 18s. Oh, I gotta do a lot of work on this one. Okay, what are the other scores?
11.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
18.
And then
Those are appropriate because I want to see about the
Okay, so I gotta get faster at doing this. I hate waiting around for initiative. And then you got an 8 for initiative? 18, that's right. You two
And I
were
also got an
right.
You've got the higher dex score.
14. Zibini, what was yours? What was yours, Zibini?
Oh,
11.
You were just about to say that. Sure. Are you okay with that?
Yes. 1 second. Okay.
Yes and no. Like, basically the way that it would work is we still do things so like independently from each other, so like the first go first, but systematically they haven't seen it. So it's really important is like if you had two 18 or 17 or something like that, then two 18 would go 17 at the same time you're actually having 17.
So, right as this happens, all of the Lovelace sisters are immediately like, "Ah, crap! We're gonna go over here," and they run over here. All of the people nearby are gonna use their reactions to like jump back as much as they possibly can to get away from the fight.
wow.
Well, I mean, they were all watching with the jump back. Ouch. Okay, I'm following the narrative, but pick on the DM. Okay. Just kidding.
It's called move lawyering and it's ineffective.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. 1 second.
I'm wrong, I'm just not incorrect.
Okay. So first two goblin or kobolds that come out are ripping and ready to go. They like got 19s and 20s on their dex saves, and they immediately start whipping out with their slings, which
Where'd they get slings?
yeah the Helena like is like suddenly like, oh, those weren't clothes. Those were their straps. I thought that's my bad, and they start whipping out rocks. So the first one's gonna whip one at you, just because you're right in front of him. And that is a 15 to hit,
Yep, that's it.
and that'll be 1d4 plus 2. That's going to be 4 damage. And so this guy goes and just whips a thing at you. The other guy's going to do the same thing, but instead is going to be shooting for the Dragonborn in front of him. And that is going to be a 15 to hit. Or 16 to hit, excuse me. And that little bullet is going to do 4 damage to you as well. And now it is Phil's turn.
Bonus action, I'm going to rage, and my eyes sort of start to glow a little bit more yellow than they did before, and I'm going to say, stealing a resolve. And I'm going to run 5 feet forward within my 10-foot range, and I'm just going to, with my blade, spin it around my head and attack the one in front of me.
Wow. So the one guy who just whipped his sling out is like, as his bolt flies true and
Well,
hits his bud.
It's showtime.
Yeah, so that's going to be
I
a
guess.
21.
That definitely hits. And how much damage?
8. Also, it's 8 damage plus I because it's plus 2 for rage.
So 10 damage?
No. 8. 3 by rolls, I get plus 3 modifier plus 2.
Okay. So you slam into this guy for 8 damage. You almost cleave him in half, but he's still standing.
I should also point out that as soon as I rip through with the blade, a series of spectral hands shoot up from the ground, tap onto his legs.
Is this a spell you're casting,
No,
or is this an effect?
this is my ability as an ancestral.
Is it a wisdom save for him to get out, or is it
It
just...
just happens.
It just
They
happens.
have disadvantage on any attack.
Oh, it's just a disadvantage.
Any attack made against a creature that is not me until my next turn, and any damage dealt to a creature that is not me is half. So basically, a creature that is attacked has gets damage and has damage.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's amazing.
That's very good. Okay, so after that happens, Dragonborn. Rush.
Lovely. Which the one that hit me?
The one that hit you was the guy that just got almost beheaded by your buddy Thresh. Yeah. He's on Solden.
And is there one that looks bigger and meaner than the other ones?
Yeah. There's one guy, like, right back here, it says 8, who's just, like, the fattest kobold you've ever seen in your life. Like, he's just hefty boy.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna look at them and go, that thing. And then move. And, well, actually, no, he won't just move. He'll, like, get down on all fours, like, run forward, run up again, and as he comes, like, about here, he'll make kind of a pounce. And,
So not even a sword, you're just...
no. He'll, as he's making the attack, the sword will materialize in him. Because
Nice.
Mortal, do that. And he will cast Booming Blade with that.
Boom.
Huh?
Does some need weapon
Does that use your bonus action?
Well, let me check. But in any case, you can technically unsheathe the weapon as part of an attack action.
Yeah.
In any case, so either way.
I mean, I'm not going to be a stickler for you on it.
If it's cool, it's cool.
Yeah. It's just you can summon the weapon. It doesn't
Okay, so you
specify.
attack with your weapon.
So
Roll for
I
it.
imagine it works. Anywho, but that's also going to be a booming blade. So as he's like in the air and it comes down, the blade will kind of just, there will be like a swirling energy around it as it does that. So anywho, that's a 17
That's super
plus stuff
hits.
to hit.
Yeah.
All right, and I need a 2d8. So that's going to do max damage, which is 12 slashing damage.
Yeah, you
And
freaking...
if it doesn't kill the thing, there's more
It
stuff
makes
that
him
happens.
stronger.
If it doesn't kill the thing, though, it is surrounded with the energy that just happened, and if it moves before my next turn, it'll take some thunder damage.
Okay,
I don't think you have to worry about that.
finish him.
Oh, lovely. Then there's just a crack of thunder as it slams into and cleaves the kobold in half.
You have made kobold halves. You halved a kobold.
And then he'll look back at the big one and go, "You're next," and do the Hexblade's curse on him.
He goes, "Come for me, you heathen dragon half!"
Here comes that.
The one in front of you.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's my turn. Which happens at the same time as his turn, which means it's just simultaneously this just whoosh.
So now 5 kobolds are going to take their turn. Well, actually, no, I guess.
I got 6 on
You're good. So, this guy with the spear is going to attack you, and because one of his buddies is within 5 feet of you, he's going to get advantage on this hit. It's a pack feat, pack tactics. That's going to be a 3. Oh, and then a 1.
Well,
The
I
guy
think he
had
misses.
every reason to succeed, and he did not.
Sounds like that guy is a loser.
He goes, his dagger is upset audibly. Then this guy over here is going to run around. Oh, he can just run through. We're going to go in here. He's also going to attempt to attack you with advantage. That is a 10. And that is a nat 20.
On me?
Yeah. So he whips out his dagger.
Reaction, I don't take the hit. No.
And that's going to be 10 damage. He just jumps up and goes with his dagger right into your deltoid. You can just feel it pierce into your shoulder.
How you doing?
Kinda sucks. Not gonna lie.
Two.
Don't worry. As soon as I see something worth doing, I'm gonna act.
And then this guy comes around here, and he's also going to attack you with advantage. That is a 19 to hit. And that is another nat 20.
Well, apparently the Warlock's going down. You'll be fine.
And that is 12 damage.
Warlock's down.
You'll be fine. I'll get there soon.
So he comes out and he gets you in the other deltoid. And just the shock is too much. You lay prone. You have been hit zeroed. Those two kobolds are high-fiving over your dead body. You're just like, yeah, we did it.
Cover, you said?
What?
You don't cover.
Yeah.
And I can mind it. I also
I can get him.
Okay.
I have no healing abilities.
That was
Good. You're the dead one.
True.
fourth guy, seeing that they have him handled, he's going to run up to you and is going to attempt to hit you, but since no one else is nearby yet, he doesn't have advantage, and he only rolls a 9. So he's not hit. And then one last guy before you have your turn, and that is this guy here. He's going to step over your dead body. Oh, Zibini's right there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he's actually going to attack Zibini then, also not with advantage. And that is a 21 to hit.
Little bit hit.
Yeah.
Only a little.
But not nat 20. That's only 3 damage. He whips out with his dagger and goes flick!
Man, DM already trying to kill the party with the nat 20s.
Like I said, they're bad storytellers. Alright, now it is
The end screen is for me.
Zibini's turn, actually.
Oh.
And then you.
Okay.
Put myself there right now.
I will bonus action. Yeah, I will bonus action Hunter's Mark him. Then attack.
Nothing gets me, I'm doing okay.
20 to hit.
20 to hit. Nice. Yeah, that'll definitely connect.
30 right?
With the guy right in front of you? K5?
Yep.
Okay.
I will deal 16 damage.
Woo! And you're hitting him with your mace still?
It's a cleaver.
Cleaver, but yes.
Flavor, yeah. Yeah, finish him.
You dare oppose Swight!
I'm not even like trying to be dramatic or anything. Just he's down.
Yeah, he's
That was avenged.
very dead. Remedin the kobold has been slain.
And then I believe
Poor kobold.
I have to wait until.
Do you have anything else you'd like to do? Any movement you'd like to do?
I'll go ahead and move here.
Good.
Protect him a little bit.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna use. Okay.
And then it looks like I have to wait to use a bonus action on
Yeah.
my next turn.
You've already used your main action, so you can. I mean.
Okay,
Well,
bonus
I'm
action.
moving Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah.
I have to wait until my next turn to use
Right.
a bonus action to move it.
Did you already use the bonus action?
Yes, to cast.
Casting Hunter's Mark is bonus action.
Gotcha.
All right. So now it's Jason's turn.
All right. Okay. This could work. All right. So as I'm flying and I kind of land down here. Actually, no, I don't even do that. As I'm still
floating?
flying, I put a paper bag and a little pinch of sand, and I like put it in there, and I like. Boom! And I cast color spray.
Wow. Just over. So everyone over this section.
It's,
What's the radius?
It's 15 foot cone.
15 foot.
Yeah.
So
So you might get this.
so you're
Good or
hitting.
bad?
So So
you're hitting the
blinded.
two.
you might. I don't think you will.
So you're hitting the two kobolds on the side of our down dragonborn, right? Rash.
Yeah, and I think I can get this one too.
Okay, and they say throw. Is it a spell
So
attack?
I roll 60 tech, and that coordinates to his back. So let's see how many hit back.
Wow, that's great.
Okay, that's pretty good. So 15, 18, 21, 24. So 28 hit points. So starting with the creature with the lowest hit points,
Yeah.
if I reach their max and they're blinded, and then that goes to the next creature, the next one.
Until it runs out.
And so 15. So who's all affected?
So,
Okay. And how many hit points do you have?
21.
Okay, then you'll be the last
Like I
person
said,
to be
I
affected.
think you're.
So
Watch
And
your
that's
roll tens on all
one
the
in
dice.
spear. Okay. So they have a max of 22 hit points together. And you rolled a 21.
I roll a 28.
So yeah, all of them have been completely dazed. Is that what that does?
They are.
Where's my Eliza and Becky?
No. Each creature affected by the spell is blinded until the spell ends. So one.
Gotcha.
That is,
Basically disadvantage on all attacks.
yep. That is a spell slot.
Awesome. So I'm gonna look up blinded again just so I have that for me. But perfect, I've got that here. Awesome. So yeah, they are effectively blinded, automatically fail any ability check, disadvantage on attack rolls, and attack rolls against you have advantage. And
Yep.
anyone that attacks those four in that area have that, and that's at your turn,
Yep.
and you're just remaining flying.
I'm descending until everyone I've probably got Becky there.
Okay, sounds good. Then we have 4 more kobolds. Let me see which ones those are. Okay. So this guy is going to try and hit you with a sling.
Try.
That is a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Then K7 is also going to try and do that. That is an 11.
Nope.
Chunkier is also going to try, and that's going to be a 22 to hit.
No.
You hesitated. Can't hesitate.
What?
And that's going to be 3 bludgeoning damage. And he just smacks you one. Oh no.
What?
It's just, that would have been Thin Mint's turn.
Ah!
He's dead. So.
And now all of a sudden out of nowhere you hear Danielle go, wait, I can do something! And she pulls out her pistol and tries to aim down at a K2 here.
Don't
She
hit
does
me.
have she does have advantage against this on this roll against you.
Don't hit the guy on the ground.
She completely misses. She goes, it completely goes haywire. Distance is too far, the gun's too unreliable, and it's just this big sound.
Freaking liars.
Give me another gun! Christine, give me the gun! And now it's going to be top of initiative again with our one kobold with a scimitar here. And he
He's blinded.
is blinded, so he
And
can't
has
make
no
attack rolls.
disadvantage on hitting anything.
Oh no, but because of pack stuff, it does
no,
equal
but
out.
he has disadvantage from 2 sources,
Doesn't
so...
matter.
Where's the other
Disadvantage
disadvantage
is
from?
only once, so it cancels out.
Yeah.
But
But what's
if
the
he
disadvantage
does-
from?
Disadvantage is from
Like
color spray?
blinded,
No.
but also from
And from
my thing,
being
because
attacked.
specifically I
Got
attacked
you,
him
right.
and being held down by spirits. But
Right.
the good thing is that it does deal damage to something. It's half.
Okay.
He does the damage when you're not doing.
Okay.
Since it's double disadvantage and it's only pack thing that would give him an advantage, I'm going to make him have disadvantage. He's going to be trying to hit you because he saw you run by him. So that's a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is a 6 to hit. So he does not hit.
Okay.
So he does his best. He can't. We're back to Phil's turn. Solden.
Still attacking him.
The guy that just turned to face Zibinski. Zibini.
No other damage.
Yeah.
With advantage, that'd be an 8.
An 8. That will not hit.
Sorry.
Fortunately, a swing, you just can't connect with the distance, and the light spray kind of jarred well.
Okay.
Anything else? Any like free actions you'd like to do? Movements?
Yeah. I'm gonna move over.
That guy did not get hit by that. That's right. So you would get pro attack opportunity, but no advantage, and he gets a 19 to hit.
Yes.
The dagger. Okay. So then that's going to be a clean 5 damage,
Cool.
and that's his reaction. He has no more reactions.
Is it 3 or 2?
Rounded. That's the rule. Okay, now it is Grush's turn. Roll a death saving throw. No, all 3?
I picked a color.
Just
it
roll
was 2.
1, bro.
Terrible.
Do you want to die?
Hey, whatever. It ended up being a 2. Failed death save.
Roll a death save. Okay, that's fine. Okay, 1 death save on our Dragonborn.
It hadn't been caught.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Finus is on this side of the lines going, "You can do it!" Is he dead? Is he dead? You can do it!
There's a bird in here saying he's gonna be fine.
Okay. Now it is, what is it? It's 4 combos, right? What the? Oh gosh, I was like, they got all their HP back. No! Okay, so this guy with the spear, super disoriented, but knows his friends are around, so he can attack True. He's going to try and attack you, and his disadvantage and advantages cancel out. He gets a 22 to hit. And so that'll be 6 damage.
Okay.
Then after that, Kugrash, our little boy right here, is going to try and do the same thing on you. Just whips out his dagger and goes, and he completely misses. Color spray and friends not helping him. K2 right there is going to try to attack you as well. He's going to get a 19 to hit,
Okay.
and that is 5 damage.
Okay.
You guys have really high to hit, like more than you'd think they would. I'm starting to think that's a little imbalanced, but it's +4, and that's. And one last one. This guy back here is actually going to try and hit you. No advantage because nobody's around. They'd move around, but you guys are already on top of him. 14. Okay. That's good. It's going to be a 4 damage. These guys are. I can't. You are all blasphemers in the eyes of Tiamat. You especially.
He's down,
And he
so he
pokes
doesn't
his
hear that. It's a good thing.
It'd be a huge burn if you could hear him. Chunkier! Please! Please! Whip out your dagger, please!
I mean, in the gobble would be Cleveland half next turn, so there's that.
And now it is Zibini's turn.
Okay.
You got 4 blind goblins. Kobolds.
If any AoE, that'd be.
Sorry.
I'm also down to 10 health.
You both look the same.
You can use free actions to talk. Whenever you want. If you guys want to plan stuff.
Are you? So you're planning on healing?
I'm gonna stabilize.
Stabilize. Do you have stuff that can just heal like hit points?
I can. I can do it once.
Because I can stabilize and heal him.
If you heal, he gets up. If you stabilize, he stays down. That's the question.
So I can heal and stabilize him if you can restore my hit points.
It's your turn. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. I am going to forego my Hunter's Mark and just let and I am going to, as an action, heal the down Dragonborn 15 points.
Woo!
Lay on hands.
You are right next to
don't
him.
have to break concentration on spells and cast a non-concentration spell.
It's
I'm casting a
counted.
different spell.
Oh, he's casting a different spell on top
I'm
of
gonna
that.
be casting a different spell.
As far as I'm aware, concentration spells.
Unless it's another concentration
Unless
spell.
it's another
You
concentration.
don't have to drop your concentration.
He's right, yeah. If it's not another concentration spell, you don't have to.
Let me. No, it is another concentration.
Okay.
Are they on your list concentration?
No, no, it's, he's doing another one.
Doing
Another thing he's gonna
multiple
do.
things.
Oh, he's got a
First,
bonus action.
I'm healing the Dragonborn 15 points.
15 points to Gresh. You are up.
Then
Chunkier goes as you come to.
Then I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself. So just
Oh,
Get up, we're in trouble here!
Nice. So, glowing light raises your AC. How much?
2.
Okay. Cool. Now it is actually one kobold here. I listed that last time. And the last one we had was K3. So K4 is going to come to your back here, and he's going to try and stab Solden in the back. And he will have advantage because he hasn't been stunned. But he goes a max of 11.
yeah.
So scraping your chainmail behind you. Okay, and that is Eric.
So I think it's still blind until the end of my turn.
You are, or they are?
They are.
Yeah, but he
Just
wasn't in the square. K4.
He wasn't in, yeah, they
I know,
Okay.
but I'm just clarifying, like, those 4 are still
So,
blind.
so they are blinded until the end of this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they automatically fail ability checks which require sight.
Yeah. Think about not being.
I mean, he's already been given 15 points here. How much-
No, I'm at 10 hit points left. So,
You just boosted your AC.
but I did just boost my AC.
So it's 17 now?
16.
16.
Where's the fat guy?
He is K6. Or K8. You know, he's right.
I don't like that so much. Alright, do anybody still have ranged weapons? No, not the kobolds.
It's hard to know ones have slings and not. The only ones that you know for sure are all that back row there, 6 through 8.
Yeah, so I gotta take care of that. Okay, so I'm gonna keep flying.
Christine goes, "Go, Birdman, you can do it!" And the cheer goes up.
As I do a flyby, 10 feet above him, I'm gonna throw a bottle of acid at the fat man.
Normal attack roll.
17?
17 will definitely connect.
Acid splash! 4.
4 damage?
Yeah. Guys, once I get up to level 4, I'm gonna be alone.
Yeah, you slap a thing of
He knows
acid at him and it goes,
I will also.
and he squeals out in pain, but he looks pretty solid still. Okay.
it. Can I keep on
Do you feel like you need to poop right now? Is that a bodily function that you could touch?
That's just food.
I mean, okay. I don't want to be racist. You poop. You poop when you want it. Okay. Roll to attack with poop. Throws him out.
Am I proficient with on
No.
16.
No, I'm the same. That connects. Why not? This is fun. The acid that you just dropped on his face seems to have like opened wounds in him here and there, and you just your defecation lands right in one of those little sores. He goes ah, and takes an additional 3 more damage. Christine goes yay! Good job, Eric.
She's got a set of eyes. She can see that
100 feet.
from 100 feet away.
At night,
That's a good point, actually. I was actually gonna bring that up, but never mind. That's
I
what
assume that it's
It's
Fairly
fairly
well lit.
late. because
It's about this
awesome.
light. It's getting to
Yeah.
the point where it's not. They're starting to turn things down. Like they're like, the fighting is gonna get done because it's almost nighttime. We gotta be quiet.
We're on it.
So then 3 more kobolds. And this chick just attacked. Sumatran is going to whip out his thing. They are all focused on you because you dared to hurt their buddy. And so Sumatran's going to try and hit you. That is going to be a 11. That is going to be a 12. That is going to be an 8.
Dang it.
They're all just the big chunky ones wiping acid, and hopefully that's what he thinks it is only.
I appropriately flipped the bird.
He feels it. He saw it. You know, as the bullets whisk by, like the crowd is back in awe. They're like, yeah, whoo, whoo, dodging as like rocks come falling down after they've missed you.
Does one hit this guy?
Let's see. It'll be a heck of a roll if it does. It does not.
Okay.
Almost did. Okay. Now it is this spear guy who has just been holding, or the scimitar. He has been holding on for dear life. He's going to try and attack Zibini again.
They're no longer blinded.
They're no longer blinded, so he will get advantage. And that is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
And he's going to roll with his 1d4. That's 6 damage. They're pretty rude to get close to those spears. They're just a massive lizardy spear movement. I don't think he even noticed you got up. But
I fail concentration.
thank you for rolling for that, by the way. And now it's Phil's turn. Solden.
So as an action, I am going to leap into the air as glowing orange wings sprout out from my back on the radiant soul feature. And
You hear a bunch of like clapping.
yeah. And as I'm flying in the air, two of them get opportunity attacks on it,
And they will both have advantage because they are both in range.
within how many feet of
5 feet.
He does not.
Okay, so only one of them?
No, they have to have one of their allies within 5 feet of you.
So both of them
Oh,
need to-
right, yeah.
Okay. So that is a 23 to hit. And that's all he does. So that one will do 5 damage.
Okay.
And the other one got a 13 and then a 9. So they both not connect.
So, as part of flying up, I'm going to say something to the effect of look upon me and despair, for I am your doom!
I'm scared.
Yeah.
And so you were actively trying to intimidate?
Yeah.
Okay, roll an intimidation check.
Eric says,
Yeah. So, that's going to be a 15.
Wow. Okay.
Intimidating,
And that's a wisdom or a charisma check?
that would be a wisdom. Or it would be insight.
Yeah, insight.
15.
Which
I'm
does
not-
make it a wisdom check.
I'm sort of going for all of them,
Okay.
not one in
So
particular.
you're flying up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Specifically, I am 10 feet above them, just out of their range. But still within.
So there's still 4, 7, 8, 9. There's still 9 kobolds up. I'm just gonna roll for all of them.
Sure.
So that's fail, 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 fail. How many am I at? Do you guys know?
I was done.
7.
I think that's 7. That's another fail, fail, and 1 succeeds.
Awesome.
So all but Chonkin, on their next turn, will attempt to run as much as their movement will allow, and away from you, because they're effectively feared. But they're going to use what?
I'm not there with that. Let's get them out of here.
But they aren't going to use their full motion. They'll, since this isn't like a magical effect, we basically just like yelled at them. They're going to like reflex run with like a full move, and then they'll be able to have a time to attack. Okay. Is that a good interpretation?
Oh, that's
everybody?
excellent.
That makes sense? Okay.
Good thing is then I still get attack of opportunity against the people that are trying to.
And Gresh, our shoulder-stabbed person, you hear Finus go, he's back, yay!
He'll then just cast darkness again.
Okay. So that's a 15-foot radius?
15-foot radius, that's going to be centered right there. So 5,
Okay.
10, 15, circle.
Wow.
All of the party
Nice.
well, he's not.
You're not in the range because you're
You're not
flying
in the
away.
range either because
He's
you're both
over
up in the
here.
air.
Well, he's over here.
And
I
that's
forgot that I had reckless attack. I always forget
and
that.
all of these other guys are just they can't see.
Gotcha. I like that. So that's your whole movement? That's your whole action?
No, you'll move over here as well, which will get 2 opportunity
Yeah,
attacks
they
if you want the
It's,
blinded.
yeah, they're blinded. Yeah.
If they can't see, they can't make an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
I figured as much. And it wasn't for the fact that I'm pretty sure that that's an action. I do that too, but no.
Yeah, if it was their full action, they'd take some time to fumble in the dark and attack with disadvantage, but as a reaction, it just takes away
Yeah,
from it.
since I'm fairly certain my breath weapon is an action, I'm not going to do that right now.
This is not good for the beauty, let me tell you.
Also, I'm the only one who can see in this darkness.
Yes.
So, yeah, so after you do that, 4 more goblins get their turn. And so, Skrank, who's right here, was in the darkness. So, let me illustrate what's happened to these goblins in this past second. They were fighting like normal, doing pretty well, downed one guy. An angel explodes from the earth near them and screams at them. And in that exact same moment, impenetrable darkness descends on all of them. So all of them are going to dash and try to escape in the direction they think they're supposed to go. And so the guy with the spear is going to dash this way, but each of them are going to make dexterity saving throws to avoid tripping. Totally trips, falls prone right outside of the darkness. Kugrash 1, he's going to try, and he's actually going to... Okay, he got a nat 20 on his dex save, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Jump.
Yeah, he just like crawls over you, doesn't even think about it. Recklish over here is going to do the same thing.
So I'm going to make an attack of opportunity against him.
Recklish, the guy you just walked?
I have a 10-foot range, so
Okay, he got a nat 1 on his dex save as well.
He's inside the
Yeah, I was
circle.
going to say,
no,
inside
he's
darkness.
right on the edge of the circle.
I'd give it to you.
Considering
Okay.
I have full bones, but sure. 13?
So that's on Recklish, number 3.
Yeah.
Finish him.
Awesome. So, seeing as he starts to move, I am then
Thanks.
I raise my glaive, and as I do so, there is a ray of light that extends from my hands up to the tip of the blade, shines for a sec, and I cut through the darkness and cut through him, and at the same time, and then the darkness will fall down.
Sweet. Yeah, this goblin goes, tries to run, and is in 2 pieces. I love it. Clayton goes, good show, man. And now it is
One of the spirits says, that's pretty hot.
Zibini's turn.
Oh, Zibini's turn. Well, he apparently there's still one goblin near me, so I'm gonna attack it with
There's two.
disadvantage.
It will be disadvantage,
Oh, wow.
but yeah.
I'll attack this one because he has
Okay.
the scimitar. I'll attack him with disadvantage, unless a 10 hits.
Does not.
Okay. Then I will.
That guy has been living on 1 hit point for a long time. Like,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Are you out of the darkness now?
Yes. And then I'm going to leave. I have.
Yeah, absolutely.
oh, and I forgot to roll for this guy. So we'll just put him like right here. We'll see if he's prone or not. He is prone. Yeah, if you can throw one of those over on me. Thanks. So these prone, K1 isn't prone. And that's what's going on over there.
What was I? Here? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't go far, don't be too far away.
Okay. I'll,
Like, you can get, I have 50 feet of flight.
okay. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna move to here, and as a bonus action, I'm going to hide from those 3, if that's possible.
Well, I mean, you
I'm technically
what's-
only a partial cover though.
You'll have it like do it with
Did
advantage.
you, hold on, did you make an action already?
Yeah, he did make an action.
Yeah.
What?
some class features
I
have
have.
features so that you could bonus action hide.
That's for rogues. You're telling me.
No,
I'm a
Rangers-
goblin.
Oh, lucky. He has a
No.
shield.
Roll
True,
escape.
goblin.
You can do that.
You can disengage or hide as a bonus.
Yep.
The
Wow.
Rangers also have a bonus action.
So roll with advantage because all the people who were looking at you all fell down and were super scared last round.
Not high.
You know, not fantastic.
11.
It's enough. Like it's
Well,
hard
they
to.
have to.
Like, they don't even, like their passive perception is like an 8. So I mean,
okay,
like,
then they have to make an active check.
and they're
to find
super.
me.
Yeah, they're super distracted right now. Okay. Now one goblin gets his turn. Little Mishchick right here. And he just saw an angel freaking appear in front of him. He's gonna run.
Well, actually, he didn't see anything because he's in the darkness.
This guy right here.
Yeah, it's 15 feet radius.
So I wish we could
So
draw
I'm gonna
that.
here.
Yeah.
This dice is one edge. They're the other edge, but this dice will be where the other edge is.
Okay, so he's just gonna book it out this way for his whole 5-6 movement. And you will, unfortunately won't get an attack of opportunity because you're in darkness.
I also,
But then he will roll to try and see you as you're hiding behind that. And he got a 12.
Okay.
So he will detect you, and he's going to try and whip at you with his sling. And that is a 10 to hit, so he does not hit.
I'll move that inside, so that's the darkness.
Okay.
Dice are on the inside of the
And that lasts for like a whole minute,
10
right?
minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Holy cow.
10 minutes, it's concentration.
Oh, okay. And so whenever you get hit, you got to roll to maintain it?
Yeah, but
Okay. Things are winding down, it
it's
looks
not like
like.
I'm going to get hit.
And now it is Jason's turn.
So I fly around here and I land right next to Zibini, and I pull out a round flask with like dark purple liquid, and I say, "Drink."
Okay.
All right.
Okay, how much does that heal?
That does. Seven.
Like, good job. The crowd is like still hurrahing, but like they can see less now, and they were like all for the angel moment, and now that it's all dark, they're kind of confused. But they're like, "Good job. We think. Are you almost done? You getting done?" Oh, gotcha. No worries. Love you. Okay. And so you've healed him. Now 3 more goblins get their turn, and it's going to be the 3 chunkers back here who've done their best not to move. This guy I think was still in the darkness.
Yeah, at least 2 of them are in partial darkness.
But each of them are going to.
Definitely is.
Yeah, so he's going to. He was still scared though, so he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he runs into one of these guys on the side. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Run next to him, but let's see if he fails on a dex save. He does not. And then the last one is going to see if he fails on a dex save. He does. So he's going to take like 1 step out of the darkness, misplace his footing, and then go prone right here. And then Chunkier is going to be like, he just sees a person in front of him, and he really doesn't know what he's doing, but he's just going to try and strike at this woman. He barely hits. And the woman takes 6 damage. And she just gets a stab and just and falls back onto Matthew Wood's prone body. But Chunkier is like obviously super confused, and the guy behind him doesn't even use his attack. He's so like rattled. But they're just both standing on that side, and this guy here, they just saw him like run out to them on that side. So one of them took 6 damage. She's still up, still fine. She's just prone from shock, fell backward.
Should be okay.
Okay, and that is our trusty man with the scimitar. He's gonna take his turn and panic out of here.
There's an attack of opportunity
Yeah.
from the guy that can see in the dark.
That's true. If you want to take an attack opportunity, and he's gonna get a dex save, which he fails horribly. So I'm actually gonna put him prone right here. So this guy tries to run from you, smacks on the ground,
16 to hit, unless you want me to do it with it.
finish him.
We got 1 hit point.
Yeah. Worsen is looking worse for wear.
Well, actually,
Your attack modifier is probably the same.
so as this thing passes, he's just gonna, and that's gonna do 3 plus 4,
Wow.
7 damage.
His tiny kobold head is cleaved from his body, and his scimitar clatters to the ground. He's dead. All right, that is Phil's turn.
So, the
I
scene
totally
people over
been
here.
calculating my AC
I-
correctly this whole
Oh,
time.
is it better?
Yes, it's actually an 18.
Wow, what? Because you're so tiny, huh?
Because my dexterity plus I'm in chainmail. My chainmail
no,
was
chainmail
not
is
marked as
straight-
equipped.
Oh, that's yeah.
Oh. So
Because
are you
chainmail's
going
straight
straight through the
16.
darkness? So you're
16 plus
comfortable?
one.
Are you
I
flying over?
No,
above
chainmail is
the
heavy armor.
darkness.
Doesn't add your dex.
And
I'm
With
looking
your shield of
guys,
faith, it's an
guys,
18.
I'm
Well-
looking it up right now.
He's looking it up.
Oh,
right now.
I also have a shield.
flavor and for putting
Well,
on a good
then it
show.
is 20
I
right now.
fly
Yes.
through the darkness and then up again.
No, because I failed my
coming up right
concentration
here,
on it.
wings unfurling,
correct.
and then I'm going to
So
use
yeah, then you
my
have
reach
18
to attack
with
this
shield.
guy. That's
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so
That was
roll
dumb
with
of me.
advantage.
You do chainmail?
Wait,
So I have chainmail and a shield equipped.
Which gives him 18.
is
One
straight
second.
16.
Yes, and a shield.
The
But
shield
the
would
shield
be
gives
plus
18.
So it'd be 18. I feel dumb.
You're fine.
Yeah, I get advantage because it's a melee attack against a prone creature.
well, actually, only if you're within 5 feet of them. Since it's a reach attack, it's slightly different.
It's actually, yeah, if you're not within
Oh.
5 feet, it's disadvantage.
This.
Well, I have reach, so it's not.
No, it's the rules of prone are if you are within 5 feet of the creature, you have advantage. If you are not, you have disadvantage.
If you want to go for the prone guy right next to you, I mean,
I'm still gonna go for
you want to go for 2? It'll calculate. It'll balance out, so you'll have
yeah, I
advantage.
mean, I rolled
It'll-
a 7 and an 18, and it's a 7 plus 5, so I'm pretty sure I get it anyway.
I'll give it to you. The guy fell over. He's been taking a rough go of it.
Is the lady's gonna do anything?
For the Birdman.
Yeah.
They've been fumbling with their guns over there for some time.
Yeah.
That is 16 damage.
And that is on number what?
Okay.
He is super dead. Jackson.
So the way that I like to do it, as I would like to see it, is that I fly through, see him, scrape him up with the glaive, and in midair cut him in half.
The audience is like, ooh, fair. Oh, points for show. Points for show. Okay. We're down to, I think, 5 goblins. And it is Gresh's turn.
Throw it down the front.
He's gonna walk forward 5, 10, 15 onto this darkness. And from in the darkness, there'll just come like this reptilian growl hiss that you hear in movies that I can't
Oh,
replicate.
yes.
And
Yeah.
just like any kobolds that kind of look, you just see a pair of glowing eyes and then fire.
You're going to use your breath weapon?
Yeah, so he's gonna automatically fail. It's not gonna go far enough to hit this guy,
Oh.
but this guy needs to make a dex save.
It's
Hey,
a 15-foot zone, right?
15-foot cone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit him. So yeah, those two, and the one on the ground will just burn.
Yeah. He automatically fails dex saves. How much is that? What?
Oh, you only did
Snake eyes, only
Oh,
2?
dang.
The guy who's prone, he gets scarred. You know, he gets charred. He's
Oh my
not dead
gosh.
quite yet.
I'm
Then
not
the
rolling
guy.
with these two dice together ever again.
That's rough, man. You've had bad rolls tonight. But you'll see both of them take 5 damage and are burnt and do take damage. They are hurt by this.
What was his
And
dex
they're on
save?
fire. Oh, excuse me. He actually got a
What was his
14 to his dex
Oh.
save.
Yeah,
Or
then he
16,
succeeded.
excuse me. So then he takes
So
1
he
damage.
takes 1 fire damage. That is so fine.
Hiss.
It's more like a
Yeah, I
burp.
would have been doing
There's
so
more
much
like a
better
burp
with the
than
higher
anything
armor
else.
class.
Huh?
So if I'd known the things.
Yeah. It's very on character though for you, you know? You're like, oh, I forgot me has armor. People reach into your backpack, slap it on. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, so that was, now we've got 3 kobold turns. So, Kugrash, the guy who just got burnt a little bit, is gonna come around, and he's feeling real brave, and he's gonna try and strike at you. Are you half in darkness? Okay, but he does have one of his buddies in 5 feet, even though he is
they
prone.
cancel out.
Since he's prone, will that still count?
He can't
It
see,
should,
but
yeah.
Jacob,
But
just
the
make,
prone
make,
should still
make,
count.
make a roll.
As
Yeah.
long as he's conscious.
Oh, as long as the ally isn't incapacitated, so he is with disadvantage.
yeah. So
That'll
this
be-
be a straight roll since I'm in darkness and he can't actually see.
Yeah, he got like a 6, so it doesn't hit you. He reaches out with a dagger and scrapes at the darkness. Nothing happens.
He feels it
Then,
scrape along some claws or some scales.
actually, it's only 2 left this turn. Excuse me. And then Miss Chick over here, who ran further away, is going to try. Oh, actually, you guys aren't hiding now. You guys have to exchange the potion. So he's going to run to here, and he's going to try and stab at you.
Well, he'd seen me anyway.
Yeah. He's going to stab at you. That's going to be a 13 to hit.
Nope.
It does not strike.
We discovered this with AC is 18.
And now it is Zibini's turn.
Okay, I will return attack.
Okay,
13 to hit.
that will hit.
Okay, I will invoke Fury of the Small.
Whew. Okay. He is also small. Well, that's still
Eight
applies.
damage.
8 damage. He gets a big chunk out of him, but he's still standing.
Yeah, that's why I added Fury of the
You
Small,
got this
because I
guy?
was worried about this.
You got this guy?
It's your turn.
My turn? Alright, so...
I mean, you could get around there and block him.
what are your rules on flanking?
It's not really a 5e thing.
It is an optional rule in the dungeon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's your call.
So it is your call.
Yes, if there's like been an active attack on the same person
Okay.
that within the last round.
Alright, so I'm gonna go over here actually to this guy. Actually,
He is out of darkness.
yeah, is this just a regular kobold?
It's a regular kobold.
Okay, then I'm gonna just fly this way.
Gotcha. So but you are landing on the ground. You're kind
Yeah,
of
landing on the
scuttling on the
ground.
ground.
I'm just like, see what this does.
No.
Nothing. Bummer.
5.
So you throw
A cold bomb.
a cold bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold. Its reception is quite cold. You get a very, sallow applause from the people right around here. And the lady goes like, "I'm bleeding."
And I'm getting there.
Jeez.
Okay, so now. Oh yeah, he's prone. I forgot about that. So Sumatran over here is gonna see you having thrown the bomb, and he's actually gonna move over to you.
Is that the big guy?
No, not the biggest guy. He'll move 5 over, attempt to hit you, and he gets an 8 to hit.
Nope.
He's unable to connect. Then Thunken over here is going to take his turn getting up.
Mathis movement.
He still has 3 movement. He's going to walk out of the darkness, and he's going to be able to see you actually. He'll be able to attack you on this round.
Me?
Solden. Yeah.
I am 10 feet in the air.
Oh,
There is that.
actually, this guy does have a sling though.
Okay. So,
So-
then, yeah, go for it.
So he will try and whip at you with a sling. Crit fail. Completely whiffs it. Stone goes out of the ballpark. Completely gone.
Breaks a window somewhere.
And now Chonkier is going to be like, oh, woman not important. Birdman important.
Come on.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Come on,
So
you
these
punk.
people are like pressed up. Like no one's. Let me see if anyone's a hero. Nope. One's a hero. Nope. And he's gonna try and just arm strike him, just like,
Yeah, buddy.
and he whiffs. He's just like, "Huh," and completely misses. It's really embarrassing. But then Thunken's gonna try and stab you. 14.
No.
Man, he misses. Now it is back to
Just barely.
top initiative. All these sisters over here have each gotten a pistol. They clearly think this is a game and think it's the funnest thing in the world. And they're all going to try and take a shot at Thunken over here.
Great.
Or Chonkier, excuse me. Yeah. Ooh, missed. Dang it. Nat 20
Yes.
and then a 6. So Danielle, like all the others, just wildly miss. And Danielle takes a little bit longer with her shot, lines it up, and does 30 damage. And this bullet just obliterates this person. Like Chunkier is now chunks. He has been reduced to chunks. So he comes over. He's like, I missed an attack. Misses you, and he's ready to go in again. And
I'm
there's
like, heads up.
and he is mashed potatoes. He is nothing.
Glad that works.
It's like Elysium.
All right, now it is Phil's turn. Top turn.
Yeah, so, since he's still prone, this guy here, yeah?
Yes, he is.
For the sake of being cool, I am just going to dive, not really dive down, but bring in my wings and just drop on top of him.
Awesome.
With my,
This is nice. I don't think I've seen
yeah,
this
that's
one
a 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay.
12 plus addition 2 plus addition 3, so 17 damage.
17 damage?
So I get 3 from the strength mod, I get 2 from the rage, and then I get an additional 3 for radiance.
You effectively nail this kobold to the ground. Now, you did go within striking distance of both the kobold on either side, and they did have their reactions up. So they're going to try and swing at you
Did
with
he
their...
leave there?
Entering
Entering
range is
Entering
much
threat
different
range?
than
leaving it.
leaving it.
Yeah.
Oh, entering, excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Folks, yeah.
Yeah, you're totally right. I'm sorry about that.
Now you say, now I'm gonna leave.
You still have
One of
movement.
the spirits
I do,
says
yeah.
that.
But that was 10 feet down, so I have 20 feet left to flight.
If you want to move, they will both have reaction attacks on you with advantage.
That is fine. Ladies right here.
That's the one.
You get that.
Yeah, so I do that, see her fly forward, they take their attacks.
Okay, so
Oh, I can't do that, I have an action. I'm already using actions. Never mind, I see it.
you're staying? Okay, great. Now it is Gresh's turn.
Yeah, just barely. I have healing heals. I can do.
I'm glad this was actually challenging,
I can
although
heal.
As an ace.
Yeah.
this number of kobolds is pretty rough.
The
I mean-
darkness vanishes, but it doesn't just vanish. As the dark,
You guys have some flair to you, I'm telling you.
yeah. So as the darkness is vanishing,
Oh, does it get sucked back into the sword?
it does get sucked
Yes!
back into the
That's so
sword,
cool.
and so it gets sucked back into the sword, and some of it stays swirling around it as he attacks the kobold in front of him. Which-
Otraxa, you hear him in his voice like, nice flair, dude.
All right. Okay.
And he's just like, he
Oh,
doesn't
man.
realize the seriousness of this situation. So he's just like chatting with you. So that chick you sent me, named her Luna, she's the coolest, man. She fits in down here so well.
Who is this?
That's a 19
That's
plus
his
stuff to
demon.
hit.
Oh, okay.
He's got a demon
That's
that
what?
talks to
That's
him.
a 19
I have
plus stuff
numerous
to hit.
spirits
It would
that
definitely
talk
hit.
to me.
I'm a
I've got a bug.
That is a.
You have a-
that's 10 slashing
We all
damage.
have some
Finish him.
Lovely.
psychosis.
So it's just the another crack of thunder because it was with booming blade, and
He is dead.
yeah,
A1
he
has
flies
been
back.
slain.
The corpse flies
These
back.
goblins are starting to look really, kobolds are starting to look really scared. All of
Does the
them are
golem
like,
fly back, hit the building, and land on top of the building?
which one?
the guy, the bandit.
Part of the goblin can fly
Oh.
back and land
Oh,
on the bandit.
no,
yeah,
yeah.
sure.
It was a 16, I'll allow it.
Nice.
He wakes up covered in kobold.
You keep saying goblin, guys.
I'm sorry.
I'm a goblin.
I'm really sorry. It's not nice. Okay, so now we've got
There are 2 left.
yeah, one
3
turn.
left.
Yeah,
3
one
left.
turn. Miss Chick over here is gonna be like, "You killed me, brothers," and stabs Zibini. Totally misses. His sorrow has left him shaking.
It's hard to aim through all those tears, eh?
Yeah. And now it is Zibini's turn.
13 to hit.
That will hit.
10 damage.
Finish him.
And she-
You offended the book!
and I just chop his arm off and then just chop his head off.
There's a moment of shocked terror as the Miss Chick goes and sees no arm, and right as he dawns on him that it's gone, his head is gone, and his consciousness ceased to perceive reality.
And then with the darkness gone, I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here and just be threatening.
Cool. He is threatened.
Do I have any bonus actions that would matter this turn? Nope.
Gotcha. Okay, then it is Jason's turn.
Yes. Okay, so I open up a more secure pouch. I take a little vial, I dip it in there, and I smack him.
With the pile?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll an attack roll. Oh,
no.
brutal.
your spellcasting modifier.
That's a 6.
So that's a 6. It does not hit.
So I burned a spell slot.
I think how I want to make this flavor is you pull out the vase, the vial, and you're like ready to smack him, and you hit him, but it's just like a cold clock, and the vial doesn't break.
It has to be because I'm out of spell slots.
Okay, then even more pathetic. It doesn't break, and the cork drops off. And so as you like go through the follow through, all the liquid just drops out on the floor next to you.
Does it hit anybody?
No.
It hit anybody? Okay, good.
It's just
I'll put these away.
this like man here who tried to hit the goblin whose pieces, and he's still standing shocked in kobold gore, like watches it splash in front of him.
If he was being threatening and he's right next to me, would you let me get advantage on that?
Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
I'll allow it. I'll allow
Are
it.
you right-handed?
What?
Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That sucks.
it's rough being a bird. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but okay. Now it is our last 2 goblins' turn.
Cobalt.
I'm so sorry, and he's gonna attack you,
Discriminating
Racist.
and he completely misses.
That's what you
Then
get.
our other guy is gonna attack you, completely misses. And then Danielle, all the other girls have given up on guns because it was scary, and she's gonna be actually gonna try and shoot at. Okay, she's getting bold, so she's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, let's put her right here, and I'll call that enough range. He like pushes people out of the way and they fall on the ground. She can shoot without risking hitting you, and that will connect. And that is 3 damage to Sumatran. So that is 9. Just, do you guys want to know how I'm rolling these guns? Because they're wild.
D20.
They're D20s to hit, of the -3 to every hit roll, but they're a D20 damage. And so when she hit that D20 on him, that actual 20, she rolled a 15. And so just completely obliterated him. So the guns in my world are cool. They're just completely inconsistent in their current design.
Makes total sense.
All right. Now that is top of initiative with Phil. Solden. I gotta get better at using names.
I look and see the kobold next to me, and I look to see you, and I look to see the damage to the hurt woman, and then I say, finish the rest. And I provoke opportunity, just fly straight to her.
I will connect,
That's fine.
and that'll be 4 damage.
So, quick question.
You go
If
down.
I kill him on my turn, since they happen at the same time, could we negate that opportunity attack?
Nah, we gotta follow the causality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
alright, that's because if I get damage, I'll steal it. You're saying So anyway, I get over there, and I land next to her and say, "It's okay," and sort of shield her, or like shield us
Okay,
with my wings.
but no healing's going on.
No, but I reach out, touch her shoulder, touch the place where she got stabbed, and
Uh-huh.
heal her for 3 minutes.
Okay, so you are healing her. Okay, so she's back up to,
She took 6.
yeah, so she's back up to 7 hit points total now.
Yeah.
So she's plenty stable. She's fine. She's not bleeding anymore. She's like, oh, thank you. For a second there, she was like, are you what? Like, but then you like healed her. Like, okay, thank you. Like,
You're
not
the
bleeding.
darkness god.
okay.
Which of the 2 kobolds
now it is
least
Gresh.
damaged from the
Um,
looks of them?
just from glancing at him, it looks like Sumatran over there is the most damaged. He's got the most
Well,
damaged.
Mhm.
This guy over here has just been like, he looks
Look at the guy
untouched.
that has been untouched. And then, as he does, he will move, and his sword will start from the regular black to this bright red, almost as it's been like
Red hot.
red hot, you know. And he'll just that's a spell slot. Make the attack. That's 3 plus 6, 9 to hit.
Does not hit.
Well then,
The audience is like really on your
That's my
side,
turn.
but they just keep seeing these like really flashy sword movements, and they don't realize it hasn't connected for a while. But they're just like, yeah, go, woo, and there's just black sword energy and lightning going all over the
What's that
place.
stuff on the ground? Don't touch it.
Don't touch it! Don't touch it!
Well, then that's my turn.
Okay. Now it'll be Zibini.
Okay, I will attack at the one right in front of me. And actually, I am going to channel divinity so I get advantage on the attack.
Awesome.
Yes.
Vow of enmity.
Fucking tired of you and your heresy!
That sounded so like the gingerbread man from Shrek.
Yeah. I thought the same thing.
What'd you get?
15 to hit.
Totally hits. Roll for damage.
5 damages.
5 damage. You smack into him with 5 damage. I mean, it feels like that was more than half of what he had left. Now it is
I rolled a 1 on this thing. So
Jason's turn.
I'm gonna do something a little bit reckless. I'm just gonna take one of my basic bombs and make sure it's cold, and I'm just gonna like hold his face and then just smash it into his face.
Okay, do you want to... We'll just roll that as a normal attack. I was thinking you might want to like grapple him or something, but no, just roll as a normal attack. With plus what?
That's 12.
That'll hit.
Yay!
Ah.
Finally.
Uh,
Hey!
6 damage.
So finish
That'll do
him. Finish him, yeah.
What I actually wanted to do, but I didn't want to like risk it, is I wanted to like put it in his mouth and then just like smack his jaw shut.
Well, then do it.
All right, you do it. He got stabbed by your buddy here, or got cleaved at one point.
Yeah.
He's like, ah, and then you grab his chin as he's hunkering down, lift him up, like push his back of his head, jam the vial in his mouth. And you hear like the sound doesn't sound like an explosion. It just sounds like a vial crunching, and then
And then you hear a, because the skull is resonating.
yeah, like
Because
isn't
that's how we speak.
yeah, and you just see him freeze from head down to here and start to crack, and is just clearly dead, frozen where he stands. His limbs, his jelly limbs, aren't holding him up anymore.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Yeah, like it's like his whole chest area is like an ice cube, and his jelly limbs are just like dangling off of it.
Then I move over here to block off this guy's escape route.
Gotcha. So, as this is going on, this last guy, Danielle is going to come up closer, but this last kobold Funkin is like, "You've slain my brother and you've slain Chonkia, but you shall not slay Thunkin, the immortal kobold."
That's pretty dangerous talk for somebody within striking distance.
Please tell me away from me.
Danielle takes a shot at him, misses. She really wanted that killing shot.
He is
but
within range.
it is now Phil's turn. Solden is immortal.
Did I hear someone say immortal?
Yep.
You go full pro wrestler.
17 plus 5, so I think I did.
Nice, yeah, you do. Roll
wait,
for damage.
with a what?
With what?
17 plus
My
5?
glaive. Yeah.
How much is that?
Sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say you need to move just a wee bit more away. No, who's this? That's
That's a
not
good guy.
the god.
That's a good guy.
Oh, my bad.
If you want to
I
attack
thought that was a.
Mrs.
Did you
Lovelace.
say immortal?
Hey,
Uh,
good
no.
guys.
No, I didn't. I swear. I tried to shoot the immortal guy.
Yeah. Okay. Then I fly forward.
How much
My
damage?
apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in there. 12.
You run this guy through, and he starts coughing up blood. See, immortal.
If it matters, my
I'm
attack
sorry.
roll
He's still
on the guy
standing.
is he's still
I'm
standing.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, do you have more damage?
I was gonna say because I will immediately then just make an attack.
Nope,
roll
you're right. I was
for
right.
my
Okay.
turn.
It is 12.
Which
He's-
is
his blood's getting on your
22 to
glaive.
hit.
Roll for damage.
I think it's going to kill him because it's going to be 1d8 as well as 2d6.
Finish him.
So the sword still glowing cleaves off his head. As it does so, his body briefly lights up bright red because it's radiant.
I also got radiant damage.
So, yeah. So you stab this guy through the heart. He goes, immortal! And the guy erupts into flames. Like he's standing right here, and you've stabbed him right here. Bird guy is to your side, Eric, excuse me. And then he's jeering, and he just explodes into flame backwards off your glaive with your assisted final strike. And the crowd erupts into applause. They all join around you. So you did it! You killed the kobolds! Thank you so much. Danielle makes a point to get you all to stand on like the square in the center for a little bit.
I'm gonna hover.
And like, yeah, you fly around, and there's Christine is just like, oh my gosh, he's so dreamy, Birdman. And they're just basking in it. They're just like, thank you, woo! And then like immediately everyone goes silent. So it's like, it's dark. we gotta not scare off winter. Like it's like officially nighttime. They're officially worried. So they welcome you down, and it's just a party. There's just like candy and snacks and food. Yeah, like there's people whispering. Like there's something really sweet about it. It's like
very quiet party.
it's like warm cider, and they have warm braziers that are designed so like light doesn't come off of them. You see like a one guy going by selling glasses. He's like, dark vision glasses, one night only. Oh, it only works for a night, but sorry.
Still,
They're really cheap
Glasses for
inventions.
that?
Yeah. Oh, that'll be 1 copper, sir. It's 1 copper. You think I do this for free? You know what? You're the hero of the night. I'm sorry. That was rude. Anyone else want dark vision goggles? You guys get them on the house.
Anybody who looks at Eric sees he's really confused by what he just said.
What, that, like, you would need a copper?
No. Like,
Oh, right.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to leave that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. Sir.
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
All
I
right.
can already
Nobody.
see.
Gotcha. You
I
already
can
see?
definitely better than most.
I feel like a dork. You can see really. You're a goblin, naturally, right? So glad it could help. He leaves. Everyone starts to just kind of mill about, and it's just like this.
Really like subdued and whispering.
Yeah, this guy finally wakes up and he walks back. He starts interacting with you. Hey, bro, I'm really sorry about that whole thing we did when we attacked you. You seem like a great guy. I'm clearly not. And I just wanted to tell you we're cool. Matthew Wood and Mr. Birdman were...
That sounds good.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
This man.
Oh, Goblin Dude. Hey.
Oh no, he didn't touch me.
I'm going to say,
You're a pretty bad person.
I'm super sorry. My bros, my friends that you killed, they were like the worst. It was a bad influence situation. Totally cleaning my ways.
Ah! Oh, I can help with
Panics.
that.
I'm gonna grab him and pull him aside for an hour and cast ceremony.
To like purify him.
Atonement. You touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed, and make a DC Wisdom or DC 20 Wisdom Insight check, which is not actually very good on.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure I can make that check technically.
I will give you advantage because this guy has had a heck of a day.
No, like,
and
it
he's
might not
ready
be
to
possible.
change.
No, it might
Oh,
not
really?
be possible because I don't think I have. No, I have a negative one on insight. Well, that's dumb.
You have
Why
to
do
get
I
a
have
20
make
or
an
more?
insight? I thought they had to make a check, but I have to make the check, so that's not gonna work.
If you want to, you can lower the DC.
Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to because I
Okay.
like Matthew Wood and he's a good
Okay.
guy. So let's put it down to a 15. That's still hard.
Interesting. That was not feel
It's still hard. 7.
Do it with advantage. Do it with advantage.
Oh. 10.
The dice have decided he
Triple
listens
advantage
to
fail.
you. He listens to you and he's really trying to understand what you mean. And
I'm
like
telling him all about protection. That's White's what is it called? Domain.
domain.
I go up to Solden and be like,
Yes.
No, you protect them.
So
Money stays in their pockets.
It's being very
You
loud.
fend off bad guys.
So Matthew's like, you know what? I don't get it yet, but I like you, man, and I like you. If you guys are willing to let me hang out with you guys for just like a little longer, I'll listen to your spiel again. I promise. Like, I'm game. Am I cool? Are we cool?
Go away. What exactly did you do to them?
Oh. Well, it was a long time ago, but
Well, he tried to kill me this morning.
some of my buds did. I just had a couple of arrows in a thing, and I did
Crossbow.
that one. I'm really sorry. I just listened to him talk about shields for an hour. I
Are we
really...
on a dirt ground?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a couple handfuls of dirt and throw it at him, and just be like,
It said 2 cups floor. You're forgiven.
He goes, thanks? Thank you. Thank you. I'm cool. We're cool. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Just I'm gonna sort of look behind them. One of them behind me sort of goes gliding.
Yeah, Clayton is, he's like, I mean, death, there's been a lot of death today. Let's let one soul live.
I grab him by the collar, pull him forward. Leave. Intimidation. Hey, 12.
Okay. He wets himself on the spot, super terrified, but at the same time he's like, if you want to talk about shields, I'll be at the tavern down the street, bye. And he just
Sort of
zips
like-
out of there.
Sort of like throwing.
He said about
Let me see, dexterity saving throw. He manages to catch it, stumbling backwards, but then zips out and just is out.
did he say about shields?
Yeah, he thought the whole deal you're going about with protection and stuff was like exclusively about shields. He
I
was
do
just
have
like,
a shield.
yeah, he's close. He was starting to get there with the whole protection thing.
You seem alright.
Time passes, and it's like 11:30. It's like the point where like the enthusiasm has to keep it going, but it's so late and it's so dark. Like kids are starting to fall asleep on their like little bedrolls, and you know, like there's still candy and cider. I want cider so bad right now. That sounds so good. But like everything's fine, and then you hear something. Otraxa talking in your ear, and he's like, "Hey, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. A patron talking to their dude like this is really rare. Only reason I did it was I really needed an orphan, and you really came through in a pitch. Really, dude, like, here you go. You get 1 point of inspiration.
Hey.
And you got him that orphan fast. Like, I was expecting you to take, like, all day, like him and Han, and you had the orphan in, like, 30 minutes. So, like, and seriously, this Luna kid, you gotta meet her, man. Like, she's wild.
She's way into this stuff.
Just,
I'll leave you alone.
I repaid my favor.
Oh, dude, you didn't know? This is like a life
No,
thing.
what?
Like, you think
What?
you think this is like a one, dude? Like, you know, never mind.
What did you make me into?
We're even.
During this.
We're even.
During
Why?
this one-sided conversation, I just passed by and I'm like,
Inside voice. Let me see how many people are looking at you. There are about 7 orphans. Just like, who are you talking to, mister? Oh, he growled. He's actually like a dragon, guys. And then they run off, like murdering to themselves.
Yeah.
But he's like, anyway, just wanted to say, good job. You're the best. Peacing out for probably for the foreseeable future. Okay, bye. And then you hear his voice like disappear.
He didn't actually go anywhere. Like.
No, he's just like, I'm not gonna talk to you for a while. Clayton, like you feel a firm, like he is fully realized next to you, like in all of his glory. He's like, there's something bad happening in that corner. You need to go now. And it's the corner where the Lovelace sisters went off to after
I'm
the
gonna
show.
roll insight. Let's see.
Oh, about Lovelace? About the Lovelace sisters?
Yeah. So my insight check on him is 12.
Clayton?
Yeah.
Okay. He seems very genuine. He seems almost more scared about this than
A dead thing should be.
yes. Like he is actively like terrified about what they could be doing, and it's clear he doesn't know what. Like if he did, he'd tell you. But like it's clear that it's just like a vague idea of what's happening, and he doesn't know exactly like what or why or how they're bad, but he's very, very certain that they're doing something that needs to be stopped, and they're doing it now.
Who's by me? Am I alone?
I'm not with you.
I try and be next to someone because we're a group. So sure, I'll be next to you.
I'm entertaining the orphans by like casting light on a couple of bottles and like juggling them.
So as I look that way, I'm just gonna like tap you on the shoulder and snap my finger and start walking that way. Look back at you. Put my finger on my lips.
You find Finus passed out drunk in like a corner of the thing. She let loose. She drank way too much.
I will divine sense. I know the location of any
Celestial Faith Feeder.
yeah celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me that's not behind total cover. That's not terribly helpful.
Yeah.
I still do it because he's
Little something dank coming off inborn bed over there, and it's weird. You feel helioic presence. Like, it's not your god, but it's a powerful good god, but he's not here. It's like there's shreds of him present. And it's
Okay.
right through the door that goes by the gun area.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I essentially,
I'll go in there with you.
yeah, bring him with me. And
Okay,
that way.
you walk in and you see Fannin standing there next to like a large, like, effectively wagon, but it doesn't have wheels. It's just like a platform that they've kind of like done up with a couple runes and everything on it. And he's like, "Oh, hey Solden, how can I help you?"
Is that your servant?
No, I don't have any service. I'm his friend.
Clayton goes, "Bad's like about to happen, like right now." Like he's like doubled over, like, like on the wall. Like, I don't know what it is, but something bad's gonna happen.
I think you need to move.
I don't think I do.
I'm gonna make an intimidation check on him because he brought me with him. So I'm just be like,
Okay.
I think you're told to move.
Okay, roll.
$23.
He actually falters and steps back. Like, the frightening little goblin buddy you got there. And right as that happens, you hear you hear Danielle on the other side of him, past like a little like wooden gate. It's like cursed to herself, like, "Dude, I practiced this so many times." You hear like crumpled paper, and she throws it over the back of her shoulder. You don't know that, but you hear paper hitting somewhere else. And Christine goes, "You can try again. Don't worry about it." You guys are over here, just so you know, if you guys want to move over there. But and Fannin goes,
Where's my
"I think you all need to calm down."
And why would we do that? Looks like you're about to blow something sky high.
He's actually going to pass command on you. Try and cast command on you.
Relax.
Don't do it.
What kind of save do I make?
1 second. So it's a DC 13 Wisdom throw.
I rolled a 16.
So he points at you and says, "Go back out that door." And you don't respond. He's like, "Can you trust me on this one? We're just getting some kids home. That's all we're doing."
What's in the
Did the party count as a short rest?
Yeah, you can take a small short rest. You can get some HP effects.
I just need to know if I have my things.
You don't get your spells.
No, not my spells, but my other abilities.
What's
I
in
have
the
a couple.
You
What's in the cart?
hear a shining like and like stars above where you were at seem to like shine brighter, and you see 6 streaks of light shoot off from behind them into the sky.
From behind what?
From behind like the fence that they're standing in front of. There's like a fence here that he's standing in, like guarding
What's
you
in the
from.
cart?
Well, I told you before. I bought some orphans. Bought some orphans from the local town.
I'm gonna just try and walk past him.
Okay, he's gonna try and like stop you on a reaction.
Okay.
Get
Do I
in your
make
way?
an athletics check, or is he making an attack?
He's not making an attack. He fails, so he completely misses you. Like he goes like this, and you're already past his arm. He like turns around. Wait, buddy. He's gonna try and put his hands on your shoulders.
I'm going to abjure enemy him. It's one of my short rest abilities.
So you're gonna like force him to
make
stop.
a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He got a 16.
Okay, he passed. So, for 1 minute or until he takes damage, his speed is halved.
Okay. So
It's
he
halved.
feels it, like he feels heavier, and he's like, "Oh, "You sly little guy." He's still gonna like try and grab on your shoulder. He's gonna roll a opposed strength check. He got a 17.
I only got a 14.
Okay, so he grabs you. He's kind of like grappling you a little bit. He's not like forced to stop you. You roll a perception check.
Okay. 11.
You see the lights from the party shoot up, like the 6 clear lights, and they're not like hugely pronounced. They're just like they look like fireworks, effectively.
I'm not worried about that because we're expecting a fireworks show.
Right? Okay.
So,
With that-
I actually put out my lights and like storm away.
And with that, the fireworks show actually does start, and you see. Let me see how many. You see about 36 rockets just go from in the center here. They're beautiful. They're incredible. This is like the first time you've seen fireworks. It's great. In fact, just like roll like a wisdom saving throw. Just for the heck of it.
14.
I don't see that 14.
You guys are like, oh cool, but you're really focused on what you already saw.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Natural one. Oh fuck, man, these are sweet.
I'm gonna fail it anyway. Oh, might not. 11.
11. You think they're great? What's wrong with fireworks?
Can I use the opportunity to try and break the grapple?
Roll a strength saving throw.
Is it? It's not. I thought it was. It's not athletics.
You
or
can do
acrobatics.
athletics. So I'll let you use athletics.
Okay. 20 total.
That'll work. You break
And
through.
then, because I can, I'm going to disengage as a bonus action and run through the door.
Okay. So
So that he
you
can't opportunity grab me.
so you run through the door and you see the Lovelace sisters all standing next to this large podium where there's just like orphans are standing out there, and Danielle has this scroll that she's reading off of. You see one behind her that's been crumpled up, but like the other one has been dissolved and has fallen to the side, and she's gonna try again right as you walk in, and she succeeds, and 6 more orphans like get wrapped up in balls of light and go right up into the air.
Neat.
Blowing up orphans is the thing to do in Vahadron.
One of them is like scared. Like they saw him go up and they're like,
Oh, only
I don't
one
want
of
to be. I don't want to be a firework. Some of them are just like, this is cool. But one of them was like, please don't make me a firework. I don't want to be a firework.
Just gonna yell out, "They're killing people back here!"
It's pretty loud. Roll
I
a
assume he's the only one that would hear
on a
me.
wisdom save.
roll a perception check.
Do you want me to roll a perception check? Well, wait. You're.
You can roll a perception check.
You're right there.
If you get like a nat 20, you can hear
I'm
it.
right there. So
Yeah.
I get it.
There's a lot of fireworks.
I rolled. You want to know what I rolled?
What?
A -2.
-2.
I rolled a 1.
I got a 0 right there.
Yeah, you have no idea what's going on. But yeah, I'll say you could hear them, and you can run in. Fannin isn't like stopping you anymore. He's like, it's not a big deal. I told you it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's not
Okay, so you come through and you're among them here.
One of the spirit says, "Oh, dude, rad. They're blowing up.
Yep.
They're blowing up orphans.
Here you go. Sorry, I'm stuck in the way. Okay, so yeah, are you gonna start attacking them, or are you giving them another round?
I'm gonna say. So Phaedron's not trying to stop me.
Vahadron? Or Fannin, you mean?
Phaedron, sorry.
No, he's just standing back, like, watching you, seeing what you're gonna do. Danielle's just gonna keep reading.
Okay, then I'm gonna go after Danielle.
She
Definitely.
fails. The spell melts off the scroll, and she throws the paper back. Ah!
She's doing that. I'm
Rolls
definitely
up.
Where
walking
is-
up to her.
Does she
Huh?
have? Where are the scrolls specifically?
She has like a bundle of them on her side. She's already gotten through 4 of them.
Then instead of attacking, I'm specifically going to go for that bundle.
Is there any way that I can assist in this?
Sorry.
Make a grapple check against her or something?
You can. But Fannon's also going to try and stop you as well.
Okay, but his speed is halved.
Right. So he'll barely be able to reach
22 to grapple her.
him.
How's it going, fellas?
Oh, good. 22 to grapple. Wow.
Yes.
She got a nat 20.
Are you DM?
I am. So you go to reach around her, and she is so frustrated with the spell, she just like
So,
smacks your hands away. He's like, "Don't touch me! I'm working on something."
and I'm going specifically for the satchel scrolls.
Satchel scrolls. Okay, roll a. We'll do an opposed athletics with her.
7.
Ooh, that was a 10 on her. So you reach for it, and she
Still
pulls it
raging.
away.
He touched me.
Because look, it's just really expensive to use
No.
wagons.
Yeah, we've been-
We're gonna
we've been
we
out of it for a
we
while.
legally bought these orphans. We're just bringing them home in a more discreet way. That's all.
I'm gonna. Then let me see that scroll!
He hands it to you.
I read it, see what it
It's
says.
a 6th level way of what is that spell called again? I'm sorry. It's a I wrote it down.
I have Arcana,
Yeah, you can check it out.
but I'm not there.
It's a 6th level cleric word of recall spell put on a scroll. And so
Okay.
what it
Oh.
basically does is it allows them to send themselves and 5 other people to a sanctuary they left from. Like, you've heard of this spell, you know it. It's just like way beyond you, and it's not something Danielle could normally cast. The only reason she's able to cast it is because she's been reading about these scrolls, and every once in a while she'll fail to read it correctly, and
Yeah.
it'll not work. But she's been she has 6 more of them left, and she's been sending them back to wherever sanctuary has been designated by the scroll.
Okay.
So it actually sounds kind of like a good thing.
Well, it's not a bad thing in that they're transporting them. The thing is, do you want them to transport the orphans?
Clayton is like,
I'm not using them.
dude, I know you don't trust me. I know there's no reason to trust me. I know we've known each other for a long time, and I don't know how to tell you why this is bad, but I feel like this is bad.
They're taking orphans to my home. Of course it's bad. I'm going to make an attack specifically at the satchel scrolls and attempt to try and cut them in half.
Okay. Roll an opposed athletics again. Or you want to roll an attack?
I would say I would just made an attack.
Okay, roll an attack.
Oh gosh.
Those wacky dice.
Yep, those wacky dice. That's gonna be an 8.
Okay, her AC is way higher than that. You don't connect. But as you do this, Fannin hears what you said. No, they're not taking him back to Fadrin. They're taking him to the Royal Peninsula. It's just up north of here. There's the Lovelace Manor. It's just you can come visit if you'd like.
Are these guys in some kind of cage?
Effectively, they're just kind of up on a pedestal with a railing around it, and
Are
she
they
just is looking
locked
at
up
them.
there at all?
No, they're just walking around. They're just almost all of them are less than 8 years old. They're just children.
Okay. Well, I rolled to see what the book told me to do, and it told me to attack.
Okay.
Because, he told me something bad's happening.
So
I
the
actually didn't. I just said, hey.
so the 2 Lovelace sisters
The book said,
are
light
going to
the
come
fire.
close here, and Phaedron is going to ready an action.
Can we move this? Because I can't actually see what's happening.
Oh yes, of course. Sorry. And so Zibini and you are right here. Phaedron's on this side, and the Lovelace sisters are right here. And she's gonna disconnect and stand closer to here, and is gonna try to read off another scroll. Completely fails, wipes it clean, and throws it behind her. Now both of you have a turn, and then those 3 will have a turn.
Okay. I'm going to disengage as a bonus action,
Okay.
so they don't get attacks of opportunity, and then I'm going to non-lethal attack her.
Okay.
6 to hit.
Does not connect.
It would not.
But maybe it does.
No. Check? No. Now it's your turn.
Yeah. Gonna go for that satchel again.
So she's way over here. You'd have to cross over them. That'd be a pretty wild athletics check.
10-foot range.
Oh, with your glaive? Okay. Do you have if you're flying still?
No, never had one.
Okay. These guys aren't actively attacking you. They aren't like, so you can move closer to her and try and hit him, but they're not going to take attack of opportunity. They're just trying to obstruct you. So I'm going to give you disadvantage for that because they're going to be actively trying to like block your glaive. You can try to hit her
Attack,
still.
Reckless.
Okay. So it'll balance out and you can attack normally.
That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Wow, that just hits. And you're aiming for the spell scrolls? The satchel with spell
specifically
scrolls?
to destroy them.
Okay, so I'm going to rule that she already had one out. So she's got 4 left in the satchel, 1 in her hand, and 5 that she's already used.
That's what she gave.
It connects. I'm going to give her a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, less of an
She got a natural 20. So you connect, and it like hits the satchel thing, but she pulls it out before it can connect and rip through any papers.
The satchel itself is probably smart.
Oh yeah. Like we'll say it's just like a purse basically that has them in there. But she manages to rip it out before you can damage any of the spell slots so they couldn't be used. And then these two guys, they're just going to come closer, and they seem really determined to ready their actions and just like get in the way of you guys fighting. So like she's going to move here, they're going to like kind of negotiate around each other and try and get in the way, make it harder for you to hit her. Dang it. And she fails, spell slides off the scroll. And now it's your turn again.
Okay, I will disengage again. I'm guessing this counts as
Double movement, yeah. So you have to
double,
use
so
2.
5, 15, 20, 25, 30. And, I mean, I'm going to roll perception to see if I notice that he was specifically going after the satchel. I don't. I just try and attack her non-lethally again. 23 to hit.
That hits.
8 damage.
So you're just like punching her, or you're like hitting her with the back of your blade?
Yeah. And actually, I'm going to Fury of the Smallest so that it's 11.
Wow, okay. So you smack into her for 11 damage. She's definitely not a word I'd use called happy. But she is still up. Little goblin twerp. And she's going to... is lay on hands an act? Is command a... It's an action. Yeah. So she's going to put her hand on herself and pump herself with 38 hit points this action. Or not 38, 11 hit points. So she's just going to go and put it back, basically. But that will use up a bunch of her lay on hands points. Now it's your turn, Solden. Clayton is acting bizarre. He's like actively gone on to the top where the children are, and it's like, I'm so sorry, kids. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying so hard. I'm so sorry.
But of course they can't see.
No. He's like delusional. Like he's making you a little worried.
There are no fireworks going at the moment.
Oh yeah.
There are.
Whenever the fireworks started,
This has only been going on for like 18 seconds.
and breath weaponed into the air. So first fireworks.
Faison, that's her name. Yes. Faison was like in a drunken stupor, like, woo! You've got it, sir! You're so good!
Conk.
Okay.
You knock her out?
I am going to... What color are the fireworks?
Red, gold, green, purple, all colors.
All the colors of the wind,
Um,
says one of the spirits.
I am going to do something stupid, and I'm going to cast light on the end of my glaive, specifically red,
Uh-huh.
and I am then going to shout at the top of my lungs, and say, Erk! Resh!
Trying to get their attention?
Yeah.
Okay, chuck it up in the air. Is that what you're
Yeah.
doing? Okay. So
I'm-
you've completely divorced yourself from your glaive, or you're just shooting it from
No,
your glaive?
so I'm not, like, so there's, everything is sort of well lit,
Mm-hmm.
but the only colors in the sky.
Okay.
So my thought is suddenly there's color over here. Maybe that might be the thing you make it see.
Okay. Roll for perception, both of you.
5.
What'd you get?
11.
Okay. You feel like it's kind of weird. Like a firework must have landed in the alleyway back there. I mean, is everyone okay? Is everyone safe?
Yeah, he might have. You'll
Like,
investigate.
and you're like, fireworks kill people all the time. Who cares?
I've got people with fireworks before.
So he's probably going to take him about 2 rounds to get there. These guys are going to keep getting in your way and trying to stop you.
I know. I mean,
Science.
Man, she is not doing well.
Neither am I.
So yeah, another spell melts off the thing. She's only got 3 left. That's your turn.
Okay.
Just so you know, basically, anytime you try to attack her, they're like moving around her and trying to keep her away. So you guys have to either like use up a bunch of movement to get to her, or take a disadvantage on your hit.
Well, I'm doing my disengage thing.
Okay. You disengage. What are you doing?
So disengage so I don't provoke attack of opportunity, and then go over to her, roll to see if I notice that the satchel thing's what I should go after. Nope, still just gonna be attacking at her.
So there are runes on the cart?
On the cart?
Yeah.
You said there
No,
were
I
runes
mean,
You said
in
they
place.
modified it with runes and things.
it's just to help her cast the spell a little bit. It's like doesn't serve any purpose other than being like a focus for her.
Oh, the
I
cart is
think
a
I
focus?
missed.
Yeah, they just added certain things. You missed?
I missed.
Okay, great. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and intimidate Thanen. And I'm going to say, what do they really need children for?
Okay, what are you rolling?
It'll be an 18 intimidation.
Wow. And intimidation is wisdom?
Yeah, any versus, I guess it's
versus incentive.
So it meets. So he goes,
Usually tie goes to whoever has the bigger bonus.
because they have a wonderful opportunity.
Timeshare.
And now Danielle is going to try again, and she pulls out another scroll, and it is like, it looks chunkier. Like, it looks like this is like kind of like made prepared better. Like, she has a better chance of pulling it off. She does. 6 kids go. This one kid is just traumatized. I don't want to be a firework. I don't want to be a firework. I'm a kid. Don't make me a firework. One of 2.
How big is the cart exactly? Is it
It's
that
big. Like, it's like, we'll say it's like 40 feet by 20. So it's like, it's more of like a platform.
It's like a plus.
Yeah. Okay, now it's your turn again. And you'll land at the end of this turn. So next turn you'll get a chance to go in.
Do you want me to roll initiative?
Okay.
or-
I'm just gonna attack her again.
No, you can jump in after him. Yeah. Did you connect?
9.
No, doesn't connect. She seems like resolute. Like as you're attacking her, she's just like looking at you and like,
It's not okay!
now it's your turn.
The runes on the cart you said specifically looked like they were made to aid her in her ability.
Yeah, they're like focused. They just help with like concentration spells.
But they are etched into the wood.
Yeah.
Then
Oh my gosh.
I am going to run over to that. I'm going to specifically attack one of the runes on the crate. on the
Okay.
cart.
You just have to like make an attack roll that's like higher than passive, which is like 10, 8. What is it?
Yeah, it's 16 plus 5.
Yeah, roll damage.
11.
So So that'll be like effectively to like right here, and you just smash into one of the runes, completely destroy it. And you can tell she's a little disgruntled, like. But now it's her turn again. She's going to use one of her last two.
Do I come in before?
And all these
this
guys
happens?
are still readying their actions. You were like, you can see through the door, but you're still too far away to like do
Okay.
stuff. Next turn, you'll be able to move into range and attack.
Okay, well, how far is too far away to physically do anything?
So see this doorway here?
Mhm.
You're in that doorway now,
Yes.
and so that is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 30 feet toward them. So if you had a ranged attack,
So
you could
it's
try.
about 30 feet from them?
Yeah.
His speed's 30.
Then we'll just...
Yeah, but I mean, I'm assuming it took him 2 full dash actions to get to the door.
Yeah. I mean, I guess... Quick assessment. Would you allow me to cast
Yeah.
this?
Cast darkness? Can you cast that off of yourself as a center?
Well, you don't have to cast off yourself as a center. It has a range of 60 feet, and you can center it wherever you want. It's
Sure.
within
Do you
60
still
feet.
have it?
Short rests.
Wait, all spell slots back.
Warlocks regain all their spell slots.
You gave him the short rest.
It's true.
Well, what he would do in this
Extra
case is,
responsibility.
seeing this, he'd just whip out a sword, swing it, and then like kind of a scythe of darkness would go forward and
Okay.
Kind of
fully
expand.
envelop the
I'm
area
okay
end
with
to end.
that, but I'm going to say it happens after she attempts this next roll.
That's
again.
fine.
Okay.
Does she have any kind of negative modifier?
She does. She'll get a -1 to this one when she would have normally had more. So let me see. She barely makes it. Literally, like within 1
I
point.
know.
Like
yeah.
that. That
I got
stings.
one more rune.
Yeah, I was just doing it -1 per room, so that was good. So,
Meanwhile, Eric is. They gave us vision glasses, but the lights are in the sky. I don't need dark vision glasses to see lights.
So as she reads this final scroll and the darkness is like sweeping in, all of the people near her that have ready their action jump next to her so they can be part of the next teleport spell because they know they were watching how many kids up there and how many they were. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was hoping they'd have enough to get rid of these, but they didn't. So their barrels of gunpowder are still there, but all of them have teleported out. All of them have succeeded in
I didn't realize
teleporting
there
out.
were no barrels there. I would have thrown some. I would have taken the torch off and just thrown it.
Oof, that would have killed everyone.
Yeah.
It's a
But
bad
it would
plan.
solve the problem.
So, as the darkness descends, everyone's coughing, confused, but doesn't know exactly what's happening as the darkness is going in. But as they left, you saw each of them coalesce into light and then zip off into the sky.
I imagine like as that happened, I was like, no! Trying to swipe as they disappeared.
Yeah. Fannin looks sorry. Like, he looks genuinely like...
You see one of the
And then everything is engulfed in darkness and no one can see.
Yeah, Fannin left with them. So, now all that's left are the is the wagon with the runes and the chests and the stuff. So is there anything else you guys want to do? We're wrapping up. So this is going to be our last...
We'll dispel the darkness.
Dispel the darkness. It
What happened?
disappears.
Next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, head into the ruins, which is where I
Ooh, lights.
and pretty much just that's all I say.
Yeah.
And then I walk towards the center to see if I can find him.
Can you explain what's going on?
Well, I pretty much just say we're headed to the ruins.
All right. So each of you have been giving...
Come on, the group's going!
They put us into a group.
That is technically on the way to your place, so you could stop by Falia's. But you've all been given a lodging in a nearby tavern. They're super chill about it. They're like, yeah, you saved everybody and you were the guard. You guys totally
Did
got
any
it.
of you tell me about the gunpowder?
No.
I do. I go,
There's some of that expensive gunpowder stuff back there, and I need money for better armor.
So I'm assuming you rush back to check it out.
Take a walk back there.
Yeah, so you check back, there's tons of it. Like tons of the purple gunpowder, but like I would honestly say all of this here is completely filled with gunpowder, but when you open this main one, instead of like little pink crystalline like salt flecks effectively, there's like one, well there's several of these, but there's like a big clear purple orb. Like, and it's like metallic and hard to the touch, but it's not cold. And whenever you touch it, it hurts. Like, it doesn't deal damage to you, but it feels like you have a sunburn on your skin. And when you like hold on to it for like a longer period of time, you start to get a headache. And there's like easily maybe 20 of them fit in there, like softball size.
My component pouch is pretty much empty because I'm out of spell slots.
Right.
So I'm just gonna like slip it in there.
You're just gonna take as much as you can, basically, or
That orb and as much as I can.
there's a bunch of those orbs. Like this whole cask is filled
Are we
with about
talking,
20
like-
of them.
I'm gonna take a couple and put them in my pack.
I take one of them.
Are we talking like firework mortar size things?
You don't know if
or-
that's how they'd work.
Or, I'm just talking size.
No, size-wise.
Yeah, like a softball, like
Okay.
a size of like a cannonball in like a pirate recreation set.
Basically, the kind of thing, had I thrown some fire on it, we'd all be dead.
You don't know.
Yeah,
We don't
fair
know.
enough, fair enough.
I can probably.
You don't
I
know.
can probably examine it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Jason Hansen,
Yeah.
Daniel Magalblugnig,
Monzingo.
Monzingo, I'm
Still
super
not
sorry,
there, still not
Philip
there.
Malthus, and Trav Malthus, right?
Mathis.
Mathis. And then Trav Winiger.
Trace
Trev-
Weiniger.
Trace Weiniger. And that was our session 0, session 1 of The Dice Are Bad Storytellers. Thank you so much for listening. I don't think anyone will listen, but that's fine.